afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome live from Winder, Georgia, as the Newton Rams prepare to do battle with the Winder Barrow Bulldogs. And it is a big game for the Rams. They come in at 16-4, 6-2 in the sub-region. Winder Barrow hanging in there. They're 12-6 on the season and 4-3 in the sub-region. Here's the way the lineups look for the Newton Rams. Ryan Allen, the shortstop, leads off. He's followed by Brian Moon, the catcher. Luke Allen hitting third and pitching today. Richie Cleary gets a start in right field, the cleanup hitter. Sam Allen hits fifth and plays third base. Lance Coughlin, the first baseman, will hit sixth. Brent Johnson, the designated hitter, hits seventh. Ryan Moon, the second baseman, hits eighth. And Matt Easterday, the center fielder, playing center field today, Matt Easterday, hits ninth. And for the Winder Barrow Bulldogs, they line up defensively like this. Ashley Morrow is at first base. Chad Sauls at second. Dustin McNally is the shortstop. Josh Matthews, the third baseman. Trey Yearwood in left. Chuck Russell in center. Lamont Rogers is the right fielder. Heath Kennedy behind the plate. And Tony Alred on the mound. In the first meeting this year between Bulldogs and the Rams, Newton came on top with a 9-3 score as they scored, had a big inning pounding out 6 runs in the second inning to take a 7-2 lead and held on for the 9-3 win. Ryan Allen, senior shortstop, leads it off for the Rams here. Ryan comes into today's game hitting .383 with 15 walks and an on-base percentage of .592. He also has 8 RBIs on the season with 4 doubles, has scored 21 runs, leads the team in runs scored. Tony Allred, the pitcher for the Winder Barrow Bulldogs. Heath Kennedy down in the crouch, and we're ready to play ball. And Allred pitching from the stretch brings the first one home to Ryan Allen, and it's up high for a ball. We're underway here. Winder, Georgia, the Newton Rams and the Winder Barrow Bulldogs 1-0 the count on Ryan Allen. Here's the next offering. Swinging a shot to left center field. Center fielder going back, and that ballpark will not hold it. Adios. Ryan Allen has led off the game with a home run. And quickly, Newton on top, 1-0. The Rams all empty out of the dugout to greet Ryan Allen as he hits his first home run of the year. A drive to left center field, and it just cleared the fence. That gives the Rams the early lead. The dimensions are very small in this ballpark. Down the lines, it's 325. In the power alley, 325. Rams off to a good start, and that will bring Brian Moon to the plate. Brian, the senior catcher, comes into today's action, hitting .355. He also has a home run and 14 RBIs. And here comes Allred's first offering to Brian Moon. And that's a called strike at the knees on the inside corner. Good pitch by Tony Allred. He's ahead in the count. No balls and 1 strike. Well, lightning struck quickly as Ryan Allen drove one over the wall. Here's the 0-1 to Moon. It's a bunt, but foul behind the plate. He's quickly in the hole now. No balls and 2 strikes. Ryan Moon, as we've talked about often on our previous broadcast, very adept with the bunt, was unable to get that one down. Luke Allen stands on deck. He'll be throwing today. Brian Moon steps back in, waves the War Club as he prepares for the 0-2 offering from Tony Allred. Here it comes. And it's a little bit inside. Moon laid off it, and that makes the count now 1 ball and 2 strikes. We're in the top of the first inning. The Rams already on top 1-0, courtesy of a solo home run by Ryan Allen. Here's Allred's 1-2 offering. Moon, a shot to right center field, or to right field. That's a base hit, and the Rams have something going again. Brian Moon turned on a fastball and drilled it into right field. And with nobody out, that'll bring Luke Allen, today's pitcher, up to the plate. Luke's been playing center field, but gets the call as the starting pitcher today. Luke comes in hitting .318, but leads the team with 18 RBIs, also has 1 home run. Luke, I know, is glad to see a righty on the mound instead of the southpaw. Has had a little bit of trouble hitting the southpaws. Shortstop Dustin McNally comes in and talks a little bit to Allred. He has not fooled either Ram hitter so far. 1-0, your early score from Recreation Field in Winder. Here's the first pitch to Luke Allen. Inside, Brian Moon, but it's called strike. Just caught the corner. No balls and 1 strike. Brian Moon dancing around off first base. Snap throw over there. Moon was standing on the base. So obviously he's back in time. No balls and 1 strike to count to Luke Allen. Nobody out here in the first. Another throw to first. This time Moon has to dive back in. Richie Cleary, the cleanup hitter, on deck, and he'll be followed by Sam Allen, the senior third sacker. Allred from the stretch brings the next one home. It's a pitch out, nothing happening. That's going to even the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. Rams renowned for their running game, and the Bulldogs were looking for something to happen and pitched out, but there was no play on. Tony Allred from the belt, checks the runner, and brings the 1-1 home. And it's a little bit low and outside. Allen now ahead in the count, 2 balls and 1 strike. A very small field here in Winder, only 325 all the way around. Third baseman plays in close. Here's the next one to Allen, and that's the called strike, a fastball outside corner, and that evens the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Brian Moon, dancing around off first base. He reached on a single. He's there with nobody out. And Luke Allen now with a 2-2 count. Ready's the hitter, Luke Allen. Derek Coggins, the coach at first base. Allred readies from the stretch. In the dirt, he swung in a terrible pitch, but it was so bad it allowed him to reach first base. Rams with runners on the corner now. Brian Moon down at third, Luke Allen at first, and that's going to bring Richie Cleary to the plate. Richie, the team leader in home runs with 3. He also has 13 RBIs on the season. Tony Allred from the stretch brings the first one to Richie, and it's a fastball way outside. Richie heading the count now, no balls, and make that 1 ball and no strikes. Sam Allen stands on deck, waiting for his chance to hit. Here's the 1-0 to Klitcher, Heath Kennedy. That ball bounced about 5 feet out in front, and Kennedy smothered it with his chest protector, making a good stop. Cleary now quickly ahead in the count, 2 balls and no strikes. The infield cheating in a little bit. The runner is going. Cleary swing and a miss, and Luke Allen is safe down at second base with a stolen base. So Luke Allen steals his 10th base of the season, and now Winder has a conference going at the mound. I guess they're going to decide what type of strategies they want to do here. The second stolen base already in the game for the Rams to go along with 2 base hits. Ryan Allen led off the ball game with a drive to left center field that cleared the fence for a game-opening home run. It's Ryan's first home run of the season, and that gives him 9 RBIs for the year. Richie Cleary still ahead in the count, 2 balls and 1 strike. Rams now with runners at second and third. Brian Moon down at third, and Luke Allen dances away from second. The Bulldog infield all comes in. That should help Richie Cleary. Alder pitching from the stretch. Here's the pitch, and that ball's a called strike on the outside corner. That's going to make the count 2-2. That evens it up the count for Richie Cleary. Coach Brassfield flashing the signs. Cleary staring down at him. We're still in the top of the first inning here from Winder, Georgia. The Rams with an early 1-0 lead, trying to add more. There's still nobody out in the top of the first inning. Cleary digs in and waves that war club, looking for something to hit. Allred from the belt. Here comes the 2-2 pitch to the count. Still 2-2 with 2 runners on. Nobody out. The infield playing in. A little bit of breeze blowing out here. We're in Winder, Georgia tonight. As Rams trying to extend their record to 7-2 in the sub-region and win their 17th game of the season. Tony Allred has his sign from Heath Kennedy and brings the 2-2 home. Cleary with a shot to center field. It's dead at the center fielder. Both Ram runners tag. Here comes the throw. It is cut off, snapped down to third, not in time. Oh, now they are going to call him out. They're calling Luke Allen out at third base. Evidently he must have come off the bag, so that'll be a double play and a sacrifice fly for Richie Cleary, driving home Brian Moon. The Rams with a 2-1 lead now. That'll go 8-3-5 in the scorebook. Luke Allen beat the play. Evidently he must have come off the bag or something down there. That's going to bring Sam Allen to the plate with 2 outs now, and the Rams on top, 2-0. Allred from the belt brings the first one to Sam, and that's going to be low and outside. Sam ahead in the count now, 1 ball and no strikes. Rams getting an early lead here. something they haven't done too much of lately. They've had to fight from behind in most of the last couple games. Here it is. Swing and a miss at a pitch down a little bit low. Sam went fishing and came up empty-handed. That evens the count, though. 1 ball and 1 strike with 2 outs here in the top of the first inning. It's been a long first inning, but a good one for the Rams as they have plated 2 runs already. Here's the 1-1, and it's upstairs for a ball. That makes the count 2 balls and 1 strike. 2-1 the count on Sam Allen. He waits for the next one, and here comes the 2-1, and it's inside. 3-1 the count now on Sam. We're in the top of the first inning. The score is 2-0 Rams. 3-1 to Sam Allen. Here comes the pitch, and it's a called strike, and the count goes full now. 3-2, 2 outs in the top of the first inning. Sam Allen has to protect the plate now with 2 strikes. He'll be looking for something to drive. And he's ready, all red from the belt. Here's the 3-2, and a shot to left center field. The left fielder comes in. He doesn't get it. Knocks it down. That'll be a base hit for Sam Allen. So the Rams, with 2 outs, have another chance as Sam Allen ripped a shot into left field for the Rams' 3rd hit of the ball game. That'll bring Lance Coffin to the plate. Lance hitting .357 on the season with 15 hits and 42 at-bats, and has scored 10 runs. He's also driven in 7 runs on the season. Outfield spreading out. There's a ton of space in left center field as the center fielder has pulled towards right center. Coffin waits for the first one and takes it upstairs for a ball. Sam Allen, the Ram runner down at first base, dances away with 2 outs. Sam has 3 stolen bases on the season, has not been caught. It's his lead at first. Lance is ready for the 1-0. Here it comes. And it's a breaking ball, a little low, and it's a delayed steal. Sam Allen is safe. Credit Sam with a stolen base. The ball gets away, but the center fielder backs it up. And the 4th stolen base of the season for Sam Allen, and he has yet to be caught. That's the 3rd stolen base in the inning for the Rams as they continue to show that tendency to run. Coach Joe Brasfield has a theory that he's going to run until they throw him out. And so far, they have not thrown the Ram runners out as they've attempted 3 steals and been safe 3 times. 2-0 the count on Coffin. A base hit here would plate another run for the Rams. Allward brings a 2-0, and Lance takes the for a called strike. Inside corner, right about waist high. Still in the first inning, Lance Coffin, the 6th player to bat for the Rams. Sam Allen gets his lead down at second. 2-1, a breaking ball, and that breaks outside. That's going to make the count 3-1 now. Coffin. Lance playing first base tonight. Pitched that fine game Friday against Shiloh, allowing no earned runs, and that earned him kudos as the player of the game. Here comes the 3-1 pitch, and it's outside and low for a ball. And for the 10th time this season, Lance Coffin receives a free pass. He's down at first base. Sam Allen down at second with 2 outs here in the top of the first. And now the designated hitter for the Rams, Brent Johnson, steps to the plate. Brent, if you remember with some heroics a couple games ago, drove one to right center to win the game against Parkview. He's ready for the first one. It's a breaking ball for a called strike. Right corner, and Allred ahead in the count, no balls and 1 strike. Lance Coffin at first. Brent Johnson waits for the 0-1 pitch. And comes swing, and he pops it foul, back and out of play. And that's going to make the count now no balls and 2 strikes as Brent has fallen in the hole. He needs to really protect the plate now and just try to make good contact. A base hit here could play to run as Sam Allen leads away from second with 2 down. Coffin gets his lead over at first. 0-2 the count. Allred ready from the belt. Rings it home. Shot to right field. A base hit for Brent Johnson. And here comes the throw to the plate, and it's cut off. Sam Allen had to hold up. That ball was hit hard, and the right fielder came up. Ron Rogers made a good play and got it back in, and that load is now for sophomore Ryan Moon. And the Winder Barrow coach going out to the mound. And let's see if we're going to have a change here or not. They're talking things over. The Rams now with the bases loaded and 2 out, and Ryan Moon stepping up to the dish. Ryan has really turned it around lately. He has that average up to 321 now with 9 hits in 28 at-bats, has scored 8 runs and driven in 2. After some rough early games, he's really started hitting, become one of the better hitters of the team, and we are going to have a pitching change here. And we'll be back to tell you about it in just a moment. You're listening to Newton Ram Baseball right here on WGFS, AM 1430, made possible by East Metro Communications, Covington's authorized agent for Airtouch Cellular.
When you need insurance, here's the first thing you should do. Call your auto owner's agent. They are people just like you.
I'm just starting out on my own. I know the importance of life insurance to protect obligations, like my new car loan. But is there an insurance program that I can fit into my budget?
No problem with Auto Owners 10-year level term insurance.
How will I know this is the right kind of life insurance for me?
Auto Owners 10-year level term provides low-cost level protection and can be converted to permanent insurance later.
Who can I talk to find out more about Auto Owners 10-year level term insurance?
Call your auto owner's agent. They are people just like you.
See Steele Jones Insurance Agency, located on Floyd Street Southeast in Covington. Or call 786-9213, your auto owner's agent.
Auto owners, the no-problem people.
Up next, Recreation Field in Winder, Georgia. The Rams, with an early first-inning rally, have knocked out the starting pitcher, Tony Allred, and that's going to bring, coming out of the dugout, Philip Bell will be the new pitcher. He replaces Tony Allred, and the Rams send up Ryan Moon to the plate with the bases loaded. They lead already 2-0 and have the bases loaded. Brent Johnson had a single to load the bases. Lance Coffin down at second and Sam Allen at third. There's no room for Ryan Moon. He'll step up to the plate and hopefully cause some further damage. Matt Easterday, the 9th place hitter, stands on deck. And Philip Bell gets his sign from Heath Kennedy, and time is called. Took a little too much time, and Ryan Moon, showing some good savvy, decided to step out. He didn't like being held up that long. He's back in, and Philip Bell gets ready. Here's his first offering to Brian. And that's a called strike, outside corner at the knees. He's ahead in the count, 1 ball and no strikes. A lot of things happening out there with the bases loaded. 2 outs, though, and it's going to take a 2-out hit from Ryan Moon to add to the Ram lead. Philip Bell from the full wind brings the next one, and that's low and away for a ball. Heath Kennedy, the catcher, tried to pull that one back up and frame it, but the umpire would have no part of it. 1-1 the count now on sophomore second baseman Ryan Moon with a 321 average on the season. Matt Easterday swings it on deck, hoping to get a chance to bat here in the first, because that would mean the Rams will have played it at least 1 more run. Moon steps up, he's ready. And here comes Bell with the 1-1 offering. And that's a strike called outside corner about waist high. And Moon's now in the hole, 1 and 2. He'll have to protect the plate and just try to make contact and see if he can't make something happen here. The sacks are full. There's no room around. Rams hate to leave the bases loaded. You got to take advantage of these opportunities. Philip Bell, the pitcher, brings the 1-2 home. It's in the dirt. Good stop by Heath Kennedy to keep it from going back to the screen, and everyone stays put. That's going to make the count now 2-2 here in the top of the first inning. A long, long first inning, but good news if you're a Ram fan, as they have played it 2 and looking to get more. Ryan Moon back into the count at 2-2 with 2 outs, and the sacks are jammed. There's no room for him. Philip Bell taking a long time. Checks Sam Allen at third and brings the 2-2 home. And Ryan Moon tried to hold up, was unable to do so, and he's down on strikes. So the Rams will strand 3. However, they score 2 runs. They had 3 base hits. There were no errors, and 3 Ram runners left on base. We head now to the bottom of the first inning with the score, Newton 2 and the Winder Barrow Bulldogs coming to bat. You're listening to Ram Baseball on WGFS AM 1430, made possible by East Metro Communication, Covington's authorized agent for Airtouch Cellular.
If you bury your nose in a cloud of sawdust and breathe deep, you're going to get choked up. Unless you're the new Husqvarna 36 chainsaw with air injection filtering, now available at Coast to Coast Home and Auto. Husqvarna's exclusive air injection saws run up to 20 times cleaner than any other saw on the market. With the Husky 36, you can work harder and longer without stopping for a filter change. What's more, an ergonomic design means that you can last nearly as long as your Husky. An angled front grip puts you in a comfortable working position that's less prone to fatigue, and vibration is kept to a minimum by separating the handles and engine unit. At only $199.95, you can't buy a better saw for home or farm than the Husqvarna 36 with air injection. So to keep your nose clean, stop by Coast to Coast Home and Auto on the Square in Covington to see the 36 and our entire line of quality Husqvarna products.
And welcome back to Winder, Georgia, and Newton Ram baseball. The Rams on top 2-0 with 2 first-inning runs. And the Winder Barrow Bulldogs coming to bat here in the bottom of the first. We'll send up Lamont Rogers, the right fielder, Dustin McNally, the shortstop. Philip Bell will bat third now. He's already replaced Tony Allred, the pitcher. Heath Kennedy, the catcher, hits cleanup. Phil Page, the designated hitter, hits fifth. Chad Sauls, the second baseman, hits next. Chuck Russell, the seventh-place hitter, plays center field. Trey Yearwood, the left fielder, hitting eighth. And Ashley Morrow, the first baseman, hits ninth. The Rams line up defensively with Lance Coffin at third. Ryan Moon at second. Ryan Allen, the shortstop. Sam Allen, the third baseman. Michael Doss gets the start in left. Matt Easterday moves over to center. Richie Cleary in right. Brian Moon behind the plate. And Luke Allen with the start on the mound for the Rams. Here's his first offering. There's a shot to right field down the line, and fair ball. Richie Cleary into the corner, comes up with it, still having trouble, and he's heading for third, and it'll be a leadoff triple for Lamont Rogers as he hit a shot down the right field line, got into the corner, and Richie Cleary had trouble coming up with it. So a triple for Lamont Rogers to start the game. And Winder has something going early. Luke Allen comes into the game with a 3-2 record. He has 4 saves, 1 complete game, and a 1.91 ERA. He's pitched 29 in the third innings. That's going to bring Dustin McNally, the shortstop, to the plate with nobody out and a runner on third. And here's Luke's first pitch. It's a breaking ball and a beauty for a called strike inside corner. Really snapped that one off. Had McNally backing out, and he caught the corner with it. Allen working quickly, comes to the belt, and brings the 0-1 home. Another breaking ball, chop foul down the third base line, and fielded cleanly by the third base coach for the Bulldogs, Ronnie Edwards, and tossed back out to Luke Allen. Rams with a 2-0 lead, but that's in jeopardy as the Bulldogs have their leadoff hitter on third with nobody out. Here's the 0-2 from Allen, and another breaking ball and a swing and a miss up beauty. The old Uncle Charlie, too much for Dustin McNally as Luke Allen threw it by him with a good snap, and it broke away and out of the strike zone, and McNally unable to catch up with it. That'll bring Philip Bell to the plate. He relieved in the first inning as the pitcher. Here's the first pitch. A beauty, another curveball from Luke Allen, and Philip Bell was frozen at the plate, unable to swing at it. Brian Moon gives the sign. Allen ready with the 0-1, and here it comes. Another breaking ball. This one doesn't quite come inside enough as it was. Doesn't break to the corner of the plate as it started out inside. Time is called as Philip Bell goes down to talk to his coach down at third base, Ronnie Edwards. Luke Allen standing on the hill. Count is even now. 1 ball and 1 strike, and there's 1 out here in the bottom of the first inning. The Rams took an early 2-0 lead on a home run by Ryan Allen to lead off the game, and a sacrifice fly by Richie Cleary to drive in another run. Here's the 1-1 from Allen, and it's a fastball a little bit outside. Brian Moon with a good stop going out to get it. That makes the count 2 balls and 1 strike. We're in the bottom of the first inning from Winder, Georgia. The Bulldogs with 2 Gs of Winder Barrow batting have a runner on third and 1 out. Luke Allen peers in and gets a sign from Brian Moon. And he's ready to bring the 2-1 offering home. Here it is, a breaking ball hit on the ground towards Ryan Moon, up over to first, and 2 down now as the run scores. The Rams were playing back in the infield, trading the run for the out because there are now 2 outs now. Credit Philip Bell with an RBI, and a good play by Ryan Moon as he stayed in front, didn't rush it, and got the runner at first base. That's going to bring Heath Kennedy, the catcher, to the plate. Now there are 2 outs here, and here's the first pitch from Luke Allen, and it's a fastball upstairs for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes now. 2 outs here in the bottom of the first. Here's the next offering, a breaking ball chopped on 2 hops to Ryan Allen. He's up over to first in the dirt. Good scoop by Lance Coffin, and that's going to do it for the Bulldogs here in the first inning. They do get 1 run on 1 hit. There were no Ram errors and nobody left on base. We have played 1. Your score is Newton 2 and Winder 1. You're listening to exciting Newton Ram baseball on WGFS AM 1430, made possible by East Metro Communications, Covington's authorized agent for Airtouch Cellular.
The people at East Metro Communications know that it's not nice to brag, but they have got to do it. They want everyone to know that they have received the Airtouch Cellular Small Market Agent of the Year Award. This means East Metro Communications outperformed 35 other Airtouch Cellular agents. Their customer service record has put them ahead of the competition. This is the 14th time East Metro has been recognized for outstanding performance. That's East Metro Communications Incorporated, 7115 Highway 278, 786-6796. And now through May 13th, new customers and some existing ones may be eligible for $100 airtime free. Call or stop by for details. That's East Metro Communications, located on Highway 278 in Covington, 786-6796. East Metro Communications is an authorized agent for Airtouch Cellular, the new name for Pactel.
And we're back in Winder, Georgia with Newton Ram baseball as they prepare to bat in the top of the second inning. And if you're a Ram fan, the news is good. They hold a slim 2-1 lead as they scored 2 in the top of the first, gave up 1 in the bottom, but bat here now and hope to get a little more. They'll start with the 9th place hitter, Matt Easterday, and then back around to the top of the order, Ryan Allen and Brian Moon to follow. Ryan Allen led off this ball game with a dinger hitting it over the fence in left center field to give the Rams a quick 1-0 lead. And Matt Easterday had quite a game Friday against Shiloh as he reached base safely 3 times with 2 hits and a walk and has raised his batting average back up again. He bats with nobody out here. And Philip Bell on the mound brings the first one home, and it's a pitch low fastball and 1-0 the count. Easterday hitting .347 on the season with 9 RBIs. He's ahead in the count now, 1 ball and no strikes, and waits for the next offering from Philip Bell. Here comes the 1-0 to Easterday, and that's upstairs for a ball, and it's 2-0 the count. Philip Bell has kind of a strange delivery. He holds the glove in front of his face and stands there for a long time waiting and waiting and waiting. Several of the Ram hitters have stepped out on him. 2-0 the count now as he looks in for his sign. And Easterday's ready for the 2-0. And there's a chopper to the shortstop. Comes up on a Sunday hop. Here's the throw to first. Up high, but he held on. Good play over there by Ashley Morrow as he managed to keep his foot on the bag and retire Matt Easterday for the first out of the inning. It was kind of close there. The throw was high, but Ashley Morrow, the first baseman for the Bulldogs, stands about 6'3" and went up the ladder a little bit to come down with that one. That's going to bring Ryan Allen, the leadoff hitter, back to the dish again. Ryan hit that home run, his first of the season, last at bat. He's ready for the first one. Third baseman playing in on the grass for the Ram leadoff hitter. Philip Bell brings the first one home, and there's a shot into left field, and down the line, Ryan Allen rounds first, and the left fielder boots it, and Allen will go into second, coasting in easily. So credit Ryan Allen with his second hit of the game, and a error on the left fielder, Trey Yearwood, as he... Oh, Brian Moon turned on that fastball and ripped it down the first base line, but out of play. He's quickly in the hole now. No balls and 1 strike. 1 out here in the top of the second inning. And they're calling for a foul ball to come back in. And it is returned. No balls and 1 strike on Ryan Moon. Ryan also stole a base in that first inning, his 11th of the season as he took over the team lead, something kind of unusual normally for a catcher. Brian waits for his pitch. Ryan Allen gets his lead down at second, and here's the 0-1, and it's a ball snap throw back down to second by Heath Kennedy, and Ryan Allen back in easily. The count now 1 ball and 1 strike with 1 out here in the top of the second inning. Pitcher Luke Allen stands on deck, awaiting his chance to swing away and try to help himself. himself for the 1-1 offering. Brian Allen with his lead, and here it comes. And it's a called strike at the knees on the inside corner, and Moon now in the hole, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Brian didn't appear real happy with that call, thought it might have been a little low, but the man in blue said it was a strike. Philip Bell working for the Winder Barrow Bulldogs. He relieved in the first. He comes to the belt, checks Ryan Allen, and brings the 1-2 home. And a swing and a foul tip. Moon just got a piece of that pitch. It was a little bit down low, but Brian, trying to protect the strike zone after that last pitch was called a strike, had to go after that pitch and fouled it back off the catcher. He stays alive in the count. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Only 1 out. The Rams with another scoring opportunity. Ryan Allen down at second base, reached there after a single and an error by the left fielder. Rams stranded 3 in the first inning as they left the bases loaded. You hate to see opportunities like that get away. Philip Bell, the Bulldog pitcher, is ready to work. Comes to the belt. And time is called as Philip Bell took too much time. Brian Moon asked for time from the home plate umpire and got it. For those that don't know, you cannot assume time at home plate. You must ask the home plate umpire for it. If he gives it to you, then time is called. And Brian did the right thing, asked for it, got it from the home plate umpire, and stepped out as Philip Bell took a tremendous amount of time, and Brian, doing the wise thing, stepped out. Count is still 1 ball and 2 strikes. Ryan Allen, the runner, down at second. The second baseman, Chad Sauls, cheats in on occasion, trying to keep him close. Also, Dustin McNally, the shortstop. Allen has his lead from second. And Moon is ready to swing away. Here comes the 1-2 offering to Brian Moon. It's in the dirt, and a good stop once again by Heath Kennedy. He's shown a real adeptness at stopping the ball in the dirt and blocking it. There have been many pitches. That's at least 4 or 5 that have been in the dirt so far from Bulldog pitchers. That evens the count now at 2 balls and 2 strikes on the Ram backstop. Moon stares out, ready to find one to rip. Allen gets his lead, and here comes the 2-2 offering. Oh, and he's called out on strikes, and he is not happy with the call. That pitch appeared a little bit low and inside, but he was rung up, and that's going to make 2 outs in the inning now. 2 outs in the bottom of the second inning, and a lot of the Ram fans not happy with that call either. Coach Joe Brassfield down at third gives the sign to Luke Allen, the Ram pitcher, who steps up. Ryan Allen still down at second base, but now with 2 outs. From the belt, Philip Bell checks Ryan Allen and brings the next one to Luke. And it's a called strike, inside corner to knees. No balls and 1 strike. Richie Cleary, the Ram right fielder and cleanup hitter, stands on deck, hoping to get another chance to bat in this inning. Luke Allen is ready. Philip Bell stares in for his sign, comes to the belt. Ryan Allen with the lead. And here's the 0-1 to Luke. And a swing and a miss at an off-speed pitch. Luke was way out in front of it as he stepped out on it. He's now behind in the count. No balls and 2 strikes. Luke will have to shorten up that stroke and become a little more defensive and just try to make contact here. Richie Cleary on deck, and if they can keep it going, Sam Allen would follow. Philip Bell brings the 0-2 home, and it's a fastball up over the top of Luke's head, and that makes the count 1 ball and 2 strikes here in the top of the second inning. Long ball game so far. Bulldog pitchers have made quite a few pitches, and Philip Bell, the pitcher that relieved in the first inning, takes a lot of time between pitches and a lot of time in getting his sign and coming to the plate. He steps on the rubber and checks the runner, and he's ready to bring the 1-2 home to Allen. Here it comes, and there's a shot into left field over the shortstop head, and the left fielder boots it. He doesn't know where it is. Ryan Allen will score, and Luke Allen heads back to second base, or back to first base, rather, with an RBI single. So Luke Allen, with 2 strikes on him, stroked it over the shortstop's head into left field. Left fielder couldn't find it, but Ryan Allen, coming all the way, scores easily, and another run for the Rams. Credit Luke with an RBI there. That's going to bring Richie Cleary to the plate. Richie hit into a weird play in the first inning. He hit a sacrifice fly that scored the run, and then Luke Allen was called out as he came off the bag down at third base after tagging in. trying to advance. Still 2 outs, though, and it's going to take a couple of base hits run together by the Rams to see if they can get something going. Throw back over to first, and Luke Allen back in time. And next inning, the third inning, will be the Hard Luck Cafe Wing Ding inning. Hopefully you have an entry in and your chance to win 60 hot wings from the Hard Luck Cafe. Another throw to first, Allen back easily. Luke reached first base his first time, by the way, on a strikeout, but then stole second base, as the Rams stole 3 bases in the first inning. Cleary is ready. Allen gets his lead. Another throw over there. Luke was only about a step and a half off the bag, but Philip Bell threw over there. He's thrown over there about 4 straight times now. They must really be worried about this Ram running game, but it's something to be worried about. The Rams like to run. Allen has his lead, and Bell brings it home. It's a pitch out and nothing going. After throwing over to first about 4 times, I think Coach Joe Brasfield probably smelled the pitch out and didn't have anything going there. Newton Rams have stolen 49 bases, make it 52 with 3 here in the first inning. 52 stolen bases for the Rams on the season. They like to run. Another throw to first. Luke only a step off the bag, but Philip Bell with another toss over there. 1 ball and no strike to count on Richie Cleary. The Rams with a 3-1 lead here in the top of the second inning. Bell from the belt, checks the runner, and brings the next one home. It's low and outside. 2-0 now on Cleary. Sam Allen, the senior third baseman, stands on deck, waiting to get his licks in. Sam had a base hit his first at bat and also a stolen base. Keith Kennedy, the catcher for the Bulldogs, goes out and talks to his pitcher, Philip Bell. And while that's going on, Richie Cleary strolls down to third baseline and talks to Coach Joe Brasfield. Coach Brasfield coaches at third, and Coach Derek Coggins down at first base. Philip Bell gets ready to go, steps back on the rubber. Luke Allen with about a 2-foot lead from first base. And here's the pitch to Cleary, and there's a shot into right center field. Allen's off to the races. That ball is down and all the way to the wall. Here comes Allen, rounding second, on his way to third. He's going to try to score. Here's the throw, and there will not be a play. Richie Cleary with a double, and another run for the Rams as they jump on top 4-1. Richie got all of that one, driving it into the right center field gap, all the way to the wall. The Rams now on top 4-1 on the Richie Cleary double. And the Bulldogs have a big conference going on out on the mound right now, as their head coach Ronnie Edwards is out there talking to pitcher Philip Bell. And that's going to be all for Philip Bell, as he's going to quickly leave. And we'll be back to tell you in just a moment who the new pitcher is. You're listening to Newton Ram Baseball on WGFS AM 1430, made possible by East Metro Communications, Covington's authorized agent for Airtouch Cellular.
For the best in chiropractic care, visit Lithonia First Chiropractic. Dr. Michael Brust specializes in nerve and spine rehabilitation. Call for an appointment, 482-1114, 482-1114. Most insurance accepted, and we take care of your insurance paperwork at no charge to you. Call Lithonia First Chiropractic at 3081 Stone Mountain Street in Lithonia, 482-1114, 482-1114.
Charles Evans Nissan refuses to be undersold. We will meet or beat any advertised price on any in-stock unit. If you are tired of high pressure and the runaround, come to Charles Evans Nissan in Conyers. We put the fun back into buying a car. Charles Evans Nissan is located at 1420 Irish Drive in Conyers, 922-7600. Remember, Charles Evans Nissan, we won't be undersold. That's 922-7600.
And welcome back to Winder, Georgia. The Newton Ram bats, along with the temperature, have heated up. They've knocked another pitcher from the game. Philip Bell is gone. Blake Johnson is the new pitcher for the Bulldogs. He'll come in to pitch with 2 outs here in the top of the second inning. And Sam Allen is walked intentionally. So the first thing he does is give up the intentional base on balls to Sam Allen to get to Lance Cawthon. That could be a mistake. Lance Cawthon has been one of the hottest hitters on the team lately. He's really been hitting the ball well. Rams now have runners on first and second with with Lance Cawthon stepping to the plate. And Blake Johnson gets his sign from the belt and brings his first one. And it's a pitch a little bit outside for a ball. And Heath Kennedy looks back at the umpire, wanting to know what was wrong with it. Johnson drops down a little bit from the side, so the Rams haven't seen too many of those side wheelers this year. They could have a little trouble with him. Rams with a chance to get some more runs with runners on first and second. Here's the 1-0, and it's a breaking ball down low. 2-0. That can be the problem with intentionally walking the first batter you face when you come in, particularly with 2 outs. You still have yet to throw a strike. So a walk here to Lance Cawthon would bring up Brent Johnson with the dishes full. There's a shot towards the shortstop, past him into left field, and Cawthon spoils it. Richie Cleary will score. Sam Allen into third on the base hit by Lance Cawthon. Good job of hitting by Lance as he got it just past the diving shortstop into the hole into left field, bringing home Richie Cleary and moving Sam Allen all the way over to third. Rams with runners on the corners, and credit Lance Cawthon with an RBI there. Lance with a base hit and a base on balls. He's perfect for the day. That's going to bring Brent Johnson to the plate. Brent had a big base hit, his first at bat, got in the hole with 2 strikes and just kind of served a shot out to right field. He's got a chance to drive and run home here. He bats with 2 outs here in the top of the second inning. And a snap throw to first. Lance Cawthon dives back in. 2 outs here. This is the 7th man to bat in the inning make it the 8th man to bat for the Rams in the second inning. They sent 8 to the plate in the first inning. Here's the pitch to Johnson, and it's a called strike. And Blake Johnson gets ahead in the count. No balls and 1 strike. Brent Johnson has been hitting the ball extremely hard lately. He's hit some real shots. Another throw to first. Cawthon back in. Sam Allen back to third. Sam Allen's at third, and Lance Cawthon's at first. Blake Johnson looks in for his sign and prepares to bring it to Brent Johnson. Here's the 0-1, and it's down low for a ball. That evens the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. The Rams now up 5-1 as they've played at 3 here in the second inning. Had a chance to really break it open in the first inning, but left the sacks jammed. Ryan Moon stands on deck wanting a chance to hit. Here's the pitch to Brent, and there's a little nut towards the third baseman. He comes up, throws to first, and in time on a good dig by Ashley Morrow, the first baseman for the Bulldogs. But the Rams come up with 3 big runs. They had 4 hits. There was 1 error by the Bulldogs, and the Rams left 2 on base. We head now into the bottom of the second inning with the score now Newton 5 and Winder Barrow 1. You're listening to Newton Rams Baseball right here on WGFS AM 1430, made possible by East Metro Communications, Covington's authorized agent for Airtouch Cellular.
It's April's Best Buys of the Month going on now at Mayfield Ace Hardware. A Wedco 2.5-gallon poly can, only $2.77. Ace long-handled shovels, $9.99 each. Wesley's Car Wash or Tire Cleaner, $1.99 each, and an Ace 34-gallon trash can, only $8.77. It's April's Best Buys of the Month going on now at Mayfield Ace Hardware on the Square and in Newton Plaza.
Did you know that termites cause more damage to homes annually than fires, floods, and natural disasters combined? To protect your home from termites and other pests, call Cleary Exterminating at 786-4937. They'll send them packing, termites and beetles, fleas, rats and mice, roaches, and ants. Commercial or residential, we can help get rid of what bugs you. Call Cleary Exterminating on Highway 278 in Covington, 786-4937. At Cleary Exterminating, we make mouse calls.
And welcome back to Winder, Georgia. Newton Rams baseball as they lead the Winder Barrow Bulldogs. That's Bulldogs with 2 G's by the score of 5-1 as we head to the bottom of the second inning. The Rams got 2 in the first and 3 in the second, sending 8 batters to the plate in each inning. The Bulldogs will send Phil Page, Chad Sauls, and Chuck Russells to the plate here in the second inning against Luke Allen. Luke allowed a leadoff triple, but then allowed no further damage. That run scoring on a ground out. Here's the first pitch, and it's a ball, and not sure where that one was. Ball called by the umpire. Here comes the 1-0 from Allen as he works quickly, and there's a shot to Sam Allen. Backhands it, knocks it down, throws in time. Good play by Sam Allen. as he stayed with it, knocked it down, and made the good, strong throw. And that gets the inning off on the right foot. Good to see Sam making those plays. He knocked it down but kept it right at his feet, came up and made a good, strong throw over to Lance Coffin at first, and quickly one down here in the bottom of the second inning. That brings second baseman Chad Sauls to the plate. Allen brings the first one home, breaking ball down in the dirt. Good scoop by Brian Moon. The Rams, if you remember, defeated the Bulldogs at Riverside Park 9-3 in their first game. Here's the next one, and a little bit inside, 2-0 the count. Chad Sauls had one hit in 3 at-bats in that first game. Here's the next one, and that's a ball also. That makes the count 3-0, and Luke in danger of walking his first batter in this game. Here comes the cripple pitch, and it's also called a ball. So all of a sudden the strike zone has shrunk considerably for Luke Allen and the Rams, and a base on balls to second baseman Chad Sauls. That's going to bring Chuck Russell, the center fielder for the Bulldogs, to the plate. Umpire calls time for something here as he moves over. Okay, Chuck Russell's ready to go. Luke Allen steps to the mound, gets his sign from Brian Moon. Sauls gets his lead. Here's the first one, and it's down in the dirt. Good pickup by Brian Moon, and that makes the ball count 1 ball and no strikes. That's 5 straight balls thrown now by Luke Allen. His brother Sam goes over and says something to him, trying to get him to calm down a little bit and just throw strikes here. Coach Joe Brassfield keeping a leery eye on Luke. And here's the 1-0, and that's a ball also, 2-0. I think the Bulldogs will be taking now until Luke throws a strike. He's now behind 2 balls and no strikes in the count here. We're in the bottom of the second inning. Rams have played at 5. The Bulldogs only 1. Sauls gets his lead at first, and Allen brings a 2-0. And there's a called strike, a beauty at the knees as Allen came in with the fastball. He's now back in the count, 2 balls and 1 strike. Allen checks the runner at first, which is Chad Sauls, who walked. And here comes the 2-1, and it's low and in the dirt. Brian Moon with a good scoop in the dig. That makes the count 3-1. Coach Joe Brassfield hollering encouragement out to Luke on the mound. Luke looks over. He looks in to catcher Brian Moon, gets a sign, checks the runner at first, and brings it home. And a swing and a miss. Chuck Russell overmatched by the Luke Allen fastball, and that makes the count 3-2 now. Luke really reared back and came in with the old number 1, and Chuck Russell was unable to come up with it. That runs the count full with 1 out. Allen throws to first. Pretty good play throwing over to first. A lot of teams like to run with a 3-2 count, and Sauls looked like he was leaning a little bit. He reached base with a 1-out pass and sits there as Chuck Russell battles with a full count. And here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss, another number 1. The old heat, too much for Russell. Luke Allen come from behind a 3-0 count and threw 3 straight strikes to get Chuck Russell. That's 2 outs in the inning, and that will bring Trey Yearwood to the plate. Yearwood, a left-handed hitter, the left fielder, had a little problem with a couple of balls hit out there in that last inning. He bats now with 2 outs and a runner on first base. Here's the first pitch to Yearwood, and he chases the high heat, and he's quickly behind, no balls and 1 strike. As Allen came in with the high hard one, and Yearwood went fishing but came up empty. No balls, 1 strike. Allen checks the runner and brings it home. Swing and a foul down the third base line, backing out of play. Allen way ahead in the count now. No balls and 2 strikes. He can do pretty much what he wants here now with the hitter. He's shown him the fastball, and he hasn't been able to get anywhere near it, so might be a good spot for something off speed or a breaking ball. You don't want to groove on here with a 2-strike count. Here comes the 2-strike fastball up high in the strike zone, or up high just out of the strike zone. That makes the count 1 ball and 2 strikes. The Bulldogs batting here in the bottom of the second, trail 5-1. Chad Sauls gets his lead. Here's the pitch, and that's fouled off out of play again. And this count will stay the same at 1 ball and 2 strikes. It's a beautiful, warm afternoon for baseball here in Winder, Georgia. The Newton Rams on top at early in the game, 5-1. 2 in the first, 3 in the second. Winder scored 1 in the first and bat here in the second with 2 down. And Luke brings the 1-2, and see you later. Trey Yearwood called out on strikes as Luke picked the inside corner clean. And for the Bulldogs, no runs, no hits, no errors. They had 1 runner left, and we head now to the top of the third inning and the Hard Luck Cafe wing-ding inning. Your score is Newton 5, Winder Barrow 1. You're listening to Newton Ram Baseball on WGFS, AM 1430, made possible by East Metro Communications, Covington's authorized agent for Airtouch Cellular.
Your guide to lawn care, farming, and gardening is the Farm and Garden Depot on Emory Street in Covington. For animal health, they have vitamins, dewormers, Happy Jack and Adams flea products, rabbit cages and supplies, chicken feeders and supplies, and AG spot sprayers. That's the Farm and Garden Depot, 4125 Emory Street, behind Burger King in Covington. 787-3870, 787-3870.
Hey, Carl the Greenskeeper here for the Hard Luck Cafe. You know, that's that little red building down by Nationwise. After a hard day hunting varmints on the golf course, I love to stop by and get some hot wings from the Hard Luck Cafe. They've got them all the way from that extra mile up to my favorite, TNT. It's a real Cinderella story how Randy has become king of the wings. So stop by and see Randy or call him at 787-0421. When you do, tell him Carl sent you and maybe he'll give me a free wing or something. Remember, that's 787-0421.
And we are back live in Winder, Georgia, as the Newton Rams doing battle with the Winder Barrow Bulldogs. It's the Hard Luck Cafe wing-ding inning. Your chance to win 60 hot wings from the Hard Luck Cafe. And Ryan Moon leads off, batting for Ken Harper of Covington. Here's the first pitch, and it's skied a mile high. First baseman underneath it, and Ashley Morrow squeezes it, and quickly 1 out here in the top of the third inning. That ball was caught in foul territory, and 1 out. And Matt Easterday now hits, and he'll be batting for Mitchell Whitehead of Covington. Mitchell Whitehead of Covington. If Matt Easterday can take 1 out of here, he'll win 60 hot wings. Here's the first pitch, and it's inside for a ball. The Rams lead 5-1 here in the top of the third inning. We have a defensive change for the Bulldogs to tell you about. And here's a shot at the third baseman. He comes up, throws across the diamond in time, and 2 down quickly here for the Rams, and that'll bring Ryan Allen to the plate. Ryan Foltz has gone in and to left field for Trey Yearwood. Ryan Foltz takes over in left field. And Ryan Allen steps to the plate, and he'll be batting for Andre Lawrence of Oxford, Georgia. Here's the first pitch to Ryan, and it's a called strike. Andre Lawrence, if Ryan Allen can duplicate what he did in the first inning, you'll be 60 hot wings to the better. Here's the next one, and a swing and a miss at the high heat, and Ryan quickly in the hole now. No balls and 2 strikes. 2 outs here already in the third inning. The Hard Luck Cafe wing-ding inning. And here's the next one, and that ball driven but foul just off the light post down the left field line. That keeps the count at no balls and 2 strikes. Ryan Allen batting for Andre Lawrence of Oxford, Georgia. Andre could walk away with 60 hot wings. Here's the next one, and it's down low. 1 ball and 2 strikes to count now. Ryan has a perfect day going. He homered in the first and had a single in the second, reaching second on the air by the left fielder. Here's the next one, down low and away, and that makes the count now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Ryan battling back to even the count. He's batting for, once again, Andre Lawrence. If you'd like to participate in the Hard Luck Cafe wing-ding inning, send us a index card, postcard, or anything to the radio station. Here's the 2-2, all the way back to the screen at P.O. Box 869, Covington, Georgia 30210, or you can drop it by the studios, 1151 Hendrick Street, or you can fax it at 784-9892. Any way you can get it to us, we'll get you in, and you'll have a chance to win some hot wings from the Hard Luck Cafe. If your name is pulled and the hitter hits a home run, you win however many hot wings. Here's the pitch, and ball 4, and Ryan Allen continues his perfect day, this time with an Annie Oakley as he trots down to first base. That'll bring Brian Moon, the catcher, to the plate. Ryan had a single and a stolen base his first at bat, and then was caught looking the next time up to the plate. Rams trying to get something going here with 2 outs in the top of the third inning, the Hard Luck Cafe wing-ding inning. And Ryan will be batting for Buddy Gilbert. Batting for Buddy Gilbert of Covington, Georgia. Ryan with 1 home run on the season. We have not had a winner in the wing ding inning since the South Metro tournament. Throw over to first, Ryan Allen back in time. Blake Johnson on the hill. This is his first full inning of work. He relieved in the last inning. And brings the pitch home. The runner's going. Here's the pitch. It's up high. The throw, and he is out of there on a good, strong throw by Heath Kennedy. So put that one in your scorebooks. Outstealing 2-6. And that's going to do it for the Rams in the top of the third inning. No winners once again in the Hard Luck Cafe wing ding inning. We head now to the bottom of the third with your score. Newton 5 and Winder Barrow 1. You're listening to Newton Ram Baseball on WGFS AM 1430. Made possible by East Metro Communications, Covington's authorized agent for Airtouch Cellular.
Hey, Carl, the greenskeeper here for the Hard Luck Cafe. You know, that's that little red building down by Nationwide. After a hard day hunting varmints on the golf course, I love to stop by and get some hot wings from the Hard Luck Cafe. They've got them all the way from that extra mile up to my favorite, TNT. It's a real Cinderella story how Randy has become king of the wings. So stop by and see Randy or call him at 787-0421. When you do, tell him Carl sent you and maybe he'll give me a free wing or something. Remember, that's 787-0421.
Have you noticed lately how many people are wearing pagers? It's incredible how popular pagers have become. No doubt, the tremendous popularity of pagers is because a pager is one of the most reliable and economical ways to stay in touch. East Metro Paging offers reliable Motorola pagers, and basic coverage gives you all the Metro Atlanta area, including Athens. Our extended coverage pager works in other major Georgia cities. That's East Metro Paging, your hometown paging company. Go by and see them today on Highway 278, a quarter-mile east of the hospital in Covington, or give them a call at 786-6796. That's East Metro Paging, a division of East Metro Communications Incorporated, located on Highway 278, just east of the hospital. Call them at 786-6796. That's 786-6796.
And we head to the bottom of the third inning with your Newton Rams on top 5-1. Welcome back to Winder, Georgia. Luke Allen prepares to bring the first one. Breaking ball stays up high. 1 ball, no strikes as he faces Ashley Morrow to lead off the bottom of the third inning. He'll be followed by the top of the order, Lamont Rogers and Dustin McNally. Luke Allen with a 5-run lead has walked 1 and struck out 3. Here's the pitch. And that's a beauty. A strike called on the outside corners. He brought the fastball. 1-1 the count on the Bulldog first baseman, Ashley Morrow. And a breaking ball down in the dirt. Good stop by catcher Brian Moon. 2-1 the count now. The Rams still holding on to that 5-1 lead in the bottom of the third. Here's the 2-1. A little bit low and outside with the fastball. That makes the count 3-1. And Brian Moon's going to go out and talk to Luke Allen. And Sam Allen decides to come in and talk it up a little bit too. Trying to keep Luke focused here. He's done a good job walking only 1 and striking out 3 in 2 innings. The Rams scored 2 in the first and 3 in the second, and were not able to score in the third inning. They had 1 base runner, but he was erased trying to steal. And the Rams caucus on the mound breaks up. Sam Allen back to third, Brian Moon behind the plate, and Luke Allen prepares to bring the 3-1 pitch for the Bulldogs is on with nobody out, and that'll bring the top of the order. Lamont Rogers tripled down the right field line, his first at bat. Allen checks the runner and brings the first one. It's a breaking ball and a beauty. Caught the inside corner at the knees. No balls and 1 strike to Lamont Rogers. He scored the only run of the game for the Bulldogs as he came home on a ground ball by the pitcher. Here's the next one, another breaking ball. This one just a little bit outside. That evens the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. Philip Bell grounded out to the first baseman, and that brought home. Here's the 1-1 offering. Chop down the third base line. Could be trouble. Sam Allen's going to let it go foul wisely, and it does. They would not have gotten the speedy Lamont Rogers, or they would not have had a play on Ashley Morrow at second. Sam Allen with a good heads-up play saw that it had a chance to go foul, and Luke Allen now up in the count, 1 ball and 2 strikes. We're in the bottom of the third inning with Newton on top, 5-1. Newton Ram baseball on WGFS AM 1430. It's always tough in the sub-region. This is the first time the Rams have traveled to Winder to take on the Bulldogs here. Allen readies and brings the 1-2 offering and swung and fouled back to the screen. Rogers had a good cut at the fastball and fouled it back to the screen. Brian Moon retrieves the foul ball, and we're ready to do it again. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Nobody out here in the third inning. Moon flashes the sign, and Allen comes to the belt, checks the runner, and brings it home. Swing and a miss. The high heat as he came at him with the old number 1, and Rogers unable to connect with it, and that's the first out of the inning. That's going to be the 4th strikeout for Luke here, and we're only in the third inning. That brings Dustin McNally. He was a strikeout victim his first at bat. He's the shortstop for the Bulldogs. Allen checks Ashley Morrow at first and brings the next one home. And it's a breaking ball just outside off the corner of the plate. And Luke, when he misses, is not missing too badly here. He's keeping that breaking ball down, working it around the corners. That one broke just a little too much and got outside. 1-0 to count. Allen working very quickly, brings the 1-0 home. Another breaking ball. That ball's driven towards the right center field gap. Matt Easterday dives, can't get it. And the ball bounces over the fence. That'll be a ground rule double. A great try by Matt Easterday as he dove and just came up just short. So a ground rule double for Dustin McNally, and Ashley Morrow will have to stop at third, and McNally will be down at second base with 1 out here. That ball driven like a shot into the right center field gap. Matt Easterday went hard, long, dove headlong, and came up just short as the ball just missed his glove out in right center field. That's going to break the pitcher, Blake Johnson, to the plate. He's batting for the first time. Tony Allred started and lasted only till the first inning, and then Philip Bell relieved, and he was knocked out in the second inning. And it looks like we're going to have another change here, as looks like a pinch hitter is going to come up for the Bulldogs, and it's going to be Tony Allred re-entering here to so Tony Allred comes back into the ball game, and he comes it back in for Blake Johnson here in the bottom of the third inning. You can do that in high school ball. You can re-enter the game, and Tony Allred re-enters here in the third, and we're not sure if he'll come back in and pitch again or what will happen. He bats here with runners on second and third and only 1 out in the bottom of the third inning. Luke Allen faces the left-handed hitter, Tony Allred. And here comes Luke's first pitch to him. It's a breaking ball and a beauty for a called strike. And Allen quickly ahead in the count, no balls and 1 strike. Here comes the 0-1, another breaking ball. This one doesn't quite find the mark, and that evens the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. Dustin McNally dances off second, and Ashley Morrow leads away from third. Here comes the 1-1 offering from Luke. Swing and a miss at the old number 1, and Luke blew the fastball right by him. He's now up on the count, 1 ball and 2 strikes, as Tony Allred was not able to catch up with Luke's fastball. And working quickly, here comes the 1-2 by Luke, a breaking ball, and see you later. And that's the 5th strikeout for Luke Allen as he threw a beautiful-looking curveball, fooled Tony Allred badly, and he is called out on strikes. That's going to bring catcher Heath Kennedy to the plate, the cleanup hitter for the Bulldogs. Allen within 1 out of pitching out of a jam here. Runners at second and third. Allen working quickly, brings the first one, breaking ball that stays upstairs, ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes on the cleanup hitter for the Bulldogs. Allen now with 5 strikeouts. Here comes the 1-0 offering, and it's a ball. I'm not sure where that was, but not called a strike. That makes the count 2 balls and no strikes as Luke Allen prepares to bring the next one home. And here it comes. And there's a called strike, and it's a beauty at the knees. 2 balls and 1 strike now with 2 outs here and 2 on. Luke has the sign from Moon and brings the 2-1 home. There's a shot down the right field line, curving, and foul. And a break for the Rams there as that ball off the bat of Heath Kennedy hooked foul down the right field line. That evens the count now at 2-2. In fact, the deuces are wild. 2 on, 2 out, 2-2 the count. The Rams on top 5-1 here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Luke Allen now within 1 pitch of pitching out of this jam. He's working from the full windup, brings the 2-2 offering home, and there's a shot down the first base line, and it is a fair ball. And 2 runs will score. That ball just inside the bag at first base, past Lance Coffin in right field, and that plates 2 for the Bulldogs. The score now 5-3. The hitter Heath Kennedy had to hold up at first base as Richie Cleary got the ball back in quickly. But 2 runs have scored now for the Bulldogs, and that makes the score 5-3. It's never easy in the sub-region. That'll bring Phil Page, the designated hitter for the Bulldogs, to the plate. He grounded out to Sam Allen his first time at the plate. 5-3 the score now, 2 outs in the bottom of the 3rd. Allen gets a look and brings the first one home, and that's a ball. Heath Kennedy, who drove in those 2 runs, leads away from first base. Allen checks him and brings the 1-0 home. Breaking ball and a beauty for a called strike as he caught the outside corner with that. Luke has done a good job with that breaking ball on that outside corner to the right-handed hitters. He's ready with the 1-1 offering, and here it comes, another breaking ball. There's a shot. Lance Coffin comes up with it, catches it on the line, and that's going to do it for the Bulldogs. Good stab by Lance Coffin. And that's going to do it for the Bulldogs here. They do score 2 runs on 2 hits. There were no Ram errors, and there was 1 runner left on base. We head now to the top of the 4th inning from Winder, Georgia, with your score, Newton 5 and the Winder Bulldogs 3. You're listening to Newton Ram Baseball right here on WGFS AM 1430, made possible by East Metro Communications, Covington's authorized agent for Airtouch Cellular.
When you need insurance, here's the first thing you should do. Call your auto owner's agent. They are people just like you.
Are you age 55 or older? We've reduced the cost of auto owners' homeowners insurance 20% in Georgia. Here's why. Our statistics show mature homeowners have fewer and less costly losses. So if you're 55 or older, it's only fair to charge you less for your homeowner's insurance. For mature homeowner savings, see your no-problem auto owner's insurance agent.
Call your auto owner's agent. They are people just like you.
See Steele Jones Insurance Agency, located on Floyd Street, Southeast in Covington. Or call 786-9213.
Auto owners, the no-problem people.
If you're a serious sports fan and you crave serious sports talk, then you need to tune in to WGFS AM 1430 each and every Saturday between 10 a.m. and 12 p.m. for Sports Source Weekly. Todd Q. Chapman and Kevin Holden will be taking your phone calls. We'll be discussing sports topics on the professional level, the collegiate level, and on the local high school level. That's Sports Source Weekly, heard every Saturday between 10 a.m. and 12 p.m. with Todd Q. Chapman and Kevin Holden right here on Newton County's Source for Sports, WGFS AM 1430.
And welcome back to Winder, Georgia, and the Bulldogs making some more changes. Dustin McNally, the shortstop, comes in and will pitch, and Brandon McIntyre will come into play shortstop, and he'll bat in the number 3 spot. So those changes here for you, and it's getting to be a scorekeeper's nightmare as the Bulldogs have made a bunch of changes here. Brandon McIntyre now the shortstop, and Dustin McNally the pitcher. The Rams bat here in the top of the 4th inning, and still on top, but only by a 5-3 margin now. They'll send Brian Moon, Luke Allen, and Richie Cleary to the plate against Dustin McNally. The Bulldogs managed to score 2 in that last inning and close the gap to 5-3. Brian Moon had a base base hit his first time, struck out his second, got caught looking, and he was at bat when Brian Allen was thrown out stealing in the top of the third inning. So the Rams bat here in the top of the fourth with Brian Moon leading it off. And here's McNally's first pitch, and that ball is chopped down first base line, and first base coach Derek Coggins waves at it as it goes by. A little bit out of his range. He was unable to come up with. Derek, of course, is a very fine fielding first base coach, but he couldn't quite get over to get to that one. Luke Allen, the pitcher, stands on deck, preparing to take his licks up at the plate. He still holds a 5-3 lead in this ball game. Brian Moon steps up, back into the plate. No balls and 1 strike to count. Here's the next one. And that ball's inside, and that evens the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. We're in the top of the fourth inning here from Winder, Georgia. Newton Rams baseball. Here comes the 1-1 to Moon, and that ball's upstairs for a ball, 2-1 the count. Moon showing that good eye, waiting for him to throw him his pitch. Rams need to get something going here and expand that lead once again. Here comes the 2-1 offering to Moon. Down in the dirt, Moon chases it, and that's 2-2 the count. A bad pitch down, breaking ball down in the dirt. Brian committed himself, was unable to check his swing, and that evens the count now at 2-2. Needs to protect that plate, shorten up the swing, and just try and get a base hit here. Here comes the 2-2 offering, and that's a called strike, and Moon caught looking for the second time in the game. That was a breaking ball down around the knees, and Moon didn't think so, and he's called out for the second time. That's going to be the first strikeout in the ball game for McNally. That brings Luke Allen to the plate. Luke struck out on his first time, but reached first on the wild pitch, and then had a single and an RBI his next at-bat. He stands up there batting for the first time against McNally. Here's the first pitch, and it's a breaking ball, and a called strike as it caught the inside corner. McNally so far appears to have the best breaking ball of any of these Bulldog pitchers. He works quickly, 0-1, and a shot by Allen out to the second baseman. He boots it, but picks it up and throws, and quickly 2 outs here for the Rams in the top of the fourth inning. That'll send Richie Cleary to the plate. Richie, the Rams' leadoff hitter, had a sacrifice fly in the first inning and a double his last at bat. 2 outs, though, here in the top of the fourth as Richie steps to the plate. McNally looks in and gets his sign from Kennedy, the catcher, and brings the first one home. And it's behind Cleary all the way to the backstop. A fastball right behind the head of Richie Cleary. He kind of stares out a little bit. I don't think Richie was real happy with that pitch as it went behind his head all the way to the backstop. 1-0 the count now on the Ram right fielder. McNally readies for the 1-0. Here it is. And it's a curveball down in the dirt. Cleary goes fishing and comes up empty-handed. 1-1 the count now. Here Sam Allen stands on deck. Here comes the 1-1 from McNally. And a swing and a miss at another breaking ball as Cleary comes away empty-handed. That makes the count now. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Richie. Richie, perfect on the day, has a double and also a sacrifice fly. He's ready for the 1-2 offer, and here it comes. And a chopper toward the shortstop. Gets the big hop. Plants, throws, and he's safe. Cleary beats it out. Shortstop took a little bit too much time in getting rid of it, and Cleary hustling all the way down, as you're supposed to do in this game, beat it out. The shortstop appeared to really take a long time in getting rid of that, so credit Richie Cleary with good hustle and a base hit as he beats it out. And that'll bring Sam Allen to the plate with a chance to hit here, and the Rams on top 5-3, 2 outs. And the Rams make them pay for that mistake there. The shortstop, he's a new shortstop. Brandon McIntyre just came in, got the big Sunday hop, but took all day and letting go of it. Made a good, strong throw, but Richie Cleary, hustling all the way, beat it out. Lance Cawthon stands on deck. He'd like to get another chance to hit. Sam ready. Here's the first pitch to Sam, and it's inside, and that's a ball. Sam had a base hit and a stolen base his first at bat, and was walked intentionally his last at bat. He bats here in the fourth inning with 1 on and 2 outs. He's ahead in the count, 1 ball, no strike. Here's the next one, and that's a pitch called strike, a breaking ball at the knees on the inside corner. That evens the count now at 1 ball and 1 strike. 2 outs here, though. Richie Cleary, the runner, down at first. Richie has done a bit of running this year for the Rams and has shown good speed and good success with the stolen base for them this year. Here's McNally's next one. Sam with a shot into right field. That'll get down for a base hit. Cleary will have to hold that second base. And Sam Allen continues his good hitting with another base hit. That ball landed right in front of the right fielder, Lamont Rogers, who got it back in a hurry. So Richie Cleary had to hold up at second base. But that'll bring Lance Coffin to the plate. Lance has a perfect day going. He walked in the first and had a base hit and an RBI his last at bat. As they walked Sam Allen intentionally to get to him, and he made him pay for it as he hit a shot past the diving shortstop into left field. Runners on first and second for the Rams. 2 outs here in the 4th inning. McNally readies from the belt and brings the first one to Lance. And he chases after a breaking ball and doesn't get it. He's behind, no balls and 1 strike. Good breaking ball by McNally as it broke away out of the strike zone, and Coffin came away empty. He's behind, no balls and 1 strike with 2 outs here. Brent Johnson stands on deck. Here's the 0-1. And the same pitch, same result. Coffin comes away empty. No balls and 2 strikes. That pitch, maybe even a little lower, was out of the strike zone, and Lance unable to come up with it. He's behind, 0-2 now. Cleary leads away from second. Sam Allen from first. Dustin McNally gets his sign from Heath Kennedy. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And just a little bit outside with a fastball. The Winder crowd hoots and hollers wanting that call, but they don't get it. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Lance Coffin. Lance, the senior, playing first base today. Has to protect that plate now with 2 strikes on him. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 on. Here it comes to Lance. Breaking ball, hit up the middle, and a big hop to the shortstop over to second, and that'll do it for the Rams on the fielder's choice. No runs, 2 hits, there were no errors, and 2 runners left on base for the Rams. We head to the bottom of the 4th inning. Your score is still Newton 5, Winder 3. You're listening to Ram Baseball on WGFS AM 1430, made possible by East Metro Communications, Covington's authorized agent for Airtouch Cellular.
If you want to save money on a great chainsaw, you want the Husqvarna 51. Because right now at Coast to Coast Home and Auto, you can pick up the powerful, reliable, and lightweight Husqvarna 51 for only $329.95. That's a savings of $70. With 3.1 cubic inches, the Husky 51 has the power to do some serious cutting. Thanks to an extra-large air intake and filter, it runs clean and cool. It weighs just over 11 pounds and features a combination choke idle for easy starting. What's more, it has one of the industry's lowest vibration ratings. It all adds up to a saw that lets you do a lot more with a lot less effort. No wonder professional loggers choose Husqvarna. So pick up your own Husqvarna, the Husky 51, and save big. It's just $329.95 at Coast to Coast Home and Auto. Call them at 786-7979 for more information, or see them on the square in downtown Covington.
And we're back live from Winder, Georgia, from Recreation Field, as the Newton Rams hold a slim 5-3 margin over the Winder Barrow Bulldogs. We head to the bottom of the 4th inning. Chad Sauls will lead it off for the Bulldogs. Luke Allen in his 4th inning of work brings the first one home to Sauls, and it's a little bit inside, and a ball call. The Rams scored 2 in the first and 3 in the second, and have done nothing since. They've had runners on, but have failed to score. Here's the 1-0 from Allen, and it hits him on the arm. The ball hit Chad Sauls on the left arm, and he strolls down to first base. So the Winder Bulldogs have the leadoff hitter on here in the 4th inning. That'll send Chuck Russell. He was a strikeout victim his first at bat. He was overmatched on a high fastball as Luke Allen came back from a 3-0 count and struck him out. Chad Sauls reaches base for the second straight time. He walked in the second and hit by a pitch here in the 4th. Allen checks him at first and brings the first one home. And it's a bunt right back to the mound. Allen's going to throw to first, and the sacrifice is successful. Luke thought a moment about going down to second base, but thought better of it and threw over to first. sacrifice goes 1-3. So the Bulldogs have a runner in scoring position now as Chad Saul sits down at second base for Ryan Foltz, the left fielder. He took over in the third inning for Trey Yearwood. Foltz bats from the left side. Runner on second, 1 out now here in the fourth. Luke with a snap throw back down to second base, and Chad Sauls gets back in time. Brian Allen tried to get in behind the runner down there, and Luke with kind of a soft toss back there. He was able to get back in standing up. Foltz batting for the first time in this game. Takes a pitch down low for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes, 1 out. We're in the bottom of the fourth inning. Rams clinging to that slim 2-run lead here in Winder, Georgia. Allen from the belt brings the next one, and that's a beauty, a called strike, a fastball on the outside corner, and that evens the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. Luke has struck out 5 in the ball game so far, and brings the 1-1 home, and it's hit on the ground to Lance Cawthon. He'll take it himself to first base and look the runner who advances to third back to third base. Good play by Lance Cawthon is 3 unassisted in your scorebook, and Chad Sauls moves over to third base on the ground out. But 2 outs now, and that'll send Ashley Morrow, the first baseman, to the plate. No, it looks like we're going to have another change here as Ronnie Edwards, the head coach, out talking to the umpire. We'll see who they send up to bat here. He's using his entire bench here. Luke Allen standing on the mound. And the umpire coming around to give the changes. And going to be number 10. Luke Allen throwing a few, trying to stay loose. It'll be Clint Edwards batting for Ashley Morrow. Clint Edwards bats for Morrow here in the fourth inning. We're not sure if he'll stay in and play first base or if they'll put Morrow back in there again. But he bats with 2 outs and a runner at third here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Allen brings the first one home. It's a breaking ball down in the dirt. Good stop by Brian Moon, and kept that one from going back to the backstop and a potential run scoring. You have to be careful with runners at third base. Of course, Brian Moon, one of the best there is at blocking the ball. Luke Allen behind the count, brings the 1-0. Swinging a drive down the right field line, hooking. Richie Cleary over in foul territory, makes a good running catch, and that's going to do it for the Bulldogs here in the fourth. Good play by Richie as he went out of sight and came up with it just in foul territory. No runs, no hits, no errors. 1 runner left on base. We head now to the top of the 5th inning. Your score is still Newton 5, Winder Barrow 3. You're listening to Ram Baseball on WGFS AM 1430, made possible by Airtouch, made possible by East Metro Communications, the authorized agent for Airtouch Cellular.
For the best in chiropractic care, visit Lithonia First Chiropractic. Dr. Michael Brust specializes in nerve and spine rehabilitation. Call for an appointment, 482-1114, 482-1114. Most insurance accepted, and we take care of your insurance paperwork at no charge to you. Call Lithonia First Chiropractic at 3081 Stone Mountain Street in Lithonia, 482-1114. 482-1114.
Today's business relies on communication. A two-way radio system provides communication instantly. For information about two-way radio, visit East Metro Communications, this area's oldest dealer in communications equipment. East Metro Communications is locally owned and operated. That means you get good hometown service before and, most importantly, after the sale. East Metro Communications is conveniently located on Highway 278, a quarter mile east of the hospital. Call 786-6796.
And we head to the top of the 5th inning from Winder, Georgia, as the Newton Rams still hanging on to that very slim 5-3 lead over the Winder Barrow Bulldogs. Leading off for the Rams in the 5th inning will be Brent Johnson. He'll be followed by Ryan Moon and Matt Easterday. Brent has a base hit in 2 at-bats. also grounded out to the third baseman. He bats here in the fifth as the leadoff hitter. Dustin McNally brings the first one home to Brent, and it's inside and low for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes on Brent Johnson. Brent DHing today, batting for the left fielder Michael Doss. Here comes the 1-0, and that pitch is a called strike on the outside corner. That evens the count, 1 ball and 1 strike. Working quickly, McNally brings the 1-1, and that ball chopped up the middle. Shortstop comes up with it, gloves, throws, got him. Shortstop Brandon McIntyre went up the middle, came up with a good play, and got Brent Johnson by about 2 steps down at second base. So that's the first out here in the top of the 5th inning, and that'll bring Ryan Moon to the plate. Ryan 0 for 2 in the game today. He struck out in the first and fouled out to the first baseman in the third. The Rams have not managed to score since the second inning. They scored 2 in the first and 3 in the second. Moon waits the first offering and hits a ground ball to the shortstop, and he boots it. And Ryan Moon will be safe at first on the error by the shortstop. That ball appeared to come up nicely to the shortstop McIntyre, but he misplayed the hop, and it went right through the wickets. So Ryan Moon reaches first on the error by the shortstop. That'll bring Matt Easterday to the plate. Matt's grounded out to the shortstop and the third baseman. Kind of unusual seeing him pull the ball towards the left side. He has tended to hit the ball the other way most of the time, towards right or right center. Home plate umpire over, running the Rams back into their dugout, and as they were out on the field trying to cheer on their teammates, Ryan Allen, senior shortstop, stands on deck. Rams hitting here in the 5th with 1 out. Ryan Moon reached first on the error by Brandon McIntyre, the shortstop. Dustin McNally, who started the game at shortstop, is now pitching. Snap throw to first. Moon dives back in safely. Ashley Morrow returned to first base, re-entering the game after he was pinch hit for by Clint Edwards. McNally prepares to bring the first offering. Here it is. And a bunt straight through, and Moon on the run is gunned at second base. The Rams trying to bunt and run, and Matt Easterday unable to come up with it on the bunt, and Ryan Moon was thrown out on the attempted steal. So that's the second out in the inning. Credit a good strong throw by catcher Heath Kennedy there on the missed bunt attempt. Easterday now with 1 strike, and there's already 2 outs in the inning. Here's the pitch, and he skies one down the right field line, heading towards the corner. Right fielder on the run, and makes the catch in foul territory. So that's going to do it for the Rams. They get no runs on no hits. There was 1 error, but nobody left on base. We head now to the bottom of the 5th inning. Your score still Newton 5, Winder 3. You're listening to Ram Baseball on WGFS.
And an Ace 34-gallon trash can, only $8.77. It's April's Best Buys of the month, going on now at Mayfield Ace Hardware on the Square and in Newton Plaza.
Charles Evans Nissan refuses to be undersold. We will meet or beat any advertised price on any in-stock unit. If you are tired of high pressure and the runaround, come to Charles Evans Nissan in Conyers. We put the fun back into buying a car. Charles Evans Nissan is located at 1420 Irish Drive in Conyers. 922-7600. Remember, Charles Evans Nissan. We won't be undersold. That's 922-7600.
And welcome back to Recreation Field in Winder, Georgia, home of the Winder Barrow Bulldogs as they are hosting the Newton Rams. We head to the bottom of the 5th with a score, Newton 5, and the Bulldogs, that's the Bulldogs with 2 G's, 3. You'll see or hear the other Bulldogs, the ones from Rockdale, with only 1 G on Wednesday, as the Rams will be at home at Riverside Park taking on the Rockdale Bulldogs. The Winder Barrow Bulldogs, meanwhile, send up the top of the order here in the 5th inning. Lamont Rogers to lead it off. Here's the first pitch to him. It's a breaking ball and a beauty catching the outside corner. Luke ahead in the count, 1 strike. Rogers led off the first inning for the Bulldogs with a triple. There's a sky ball out to right field. Cleary underneath it, camps, and squeezes 1 down. Started the Bulldog first inning, Lamont Rogers did, with a triple and scored on a ground out by Philip Bell, the then pitcher. He was struck out swinging in the third inning. Now Dustin McNally, the pitcher, will bat. Dustin struck out in the first inning and had a ground rule, or had a double in the third inning. Actually, it was a ground rule double. The ball bounced over the fence as Matt Easterday made an attempt to try to come up with it. And here's Luke's first pitch to him. Fouled back over the top of the backstop and out of play. Luke Allen ahead in the count. No balls and one strike. One out here in the bottom of the fifth inning. And here comes Luke's 0-1 offering. It's a breaking ball, and down in the dirt, Dustin McNally went fishing for it and came up very empty as he chased a terrible pitch, as Luke Allen really had him fooled out in front on the off-speed breaking ball down in the dirt. Luke ahead in the count now. No balls and two strikes. Readies to bring the 0-2 home, and here it is. Fastball just a little bit off the outside part of the plate for ball one. Good pitch with two strikes. And here comes the 1-2 pitch from Luke, swinging a sky ball towards center field, and nobody's going to get it as it lands in between Matt Easterday and Michael Doss, and Ryan Allen kind of landed in that no man's land out there. Nobody took charge out there. Nobody called for it, so that's going to be a base hit for Dustin McNally. Okay, and that's going to bring up Brandon McIntyre, the shortstop. He's batting for the first time. He came in to play shortstop when Dustin McNally came in to pitch. First pitch high, snap throw back to first, and just back in time is Dustin McNally. Tough break for Luke Allen. He made a very good pitch to Dustin McNally, but the ball just kind of landed out there amongst the three Ram fielders as they converged on it. No one taking charge and getting it. One ball, no strikes, one out here in the fifth inning. Here's the pitch, curveball, and once again a beauty. And that evens the count at 1 ball and 1 strike with 1 out. Luke really has that breaking ball snapping sharply tonight. He's gotten a lot of strike calls with it. And time is called by the field umpire. As the runner down at first base, Dustin McNally, appeared to have something in his eye. 5-3 the score. 1 on, 1 out, 1-1 the count. Luke Allen peers in to Brian Moon to get his sign. Checks the runner at first, and here comes the pitch. Shortened up to bunt, pulled it back, and takes it for a ball. 2-1 the count now. We are in the bottom of the fifth inning, and this game already an hour and a half old. The first couple innings took a long time, so we had several pitching changes by the Bulldogs. Allen prepares to bring the 2-1. Here it is, and he bunts down the first base line, and the ball rolls foul. That evens the count now, 2-2. Lance Coffin quickly got on that ball once it rolled foul, kept it foul, so it did not come back in. Bulldogs trying to sacrifice that runner over to second base, get him into scoring position, trying to get runs any way they can. Count is now even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Only 1 out here, though, in the bottom of the fifth inning. Coffin holds the runner at first base. Allen has his sign, steps off. Luke with 5 strikeouts in the ballgame. Has not had a strikeout since the third inning, though. Gets a sign from catcher Brian Moon and brings the 2-2 home, and it's low and away, and that's going to run the count full. 3-2 now the count. We're in the bottom of the fifth inning. Coach Joe Brasco keeping a watchful eye on Luke Allen. Dustin McNally gets his lead at first. Luke Allen checks over there and brings it home. And ball 4 is called just a little bit high and outside. Ryan Moon wanting to get that call. So that's going to put 2 runners on now for the Winder Bulldogs. And that'll send catcher Heath Kennedy to the plate. Kennedy had a big base hit his last at bat, driving in 2 runs to get this game where it is. 2 on now and only 1 out. Allen tries to work out of a jam. Swing and a miss at a breaking ball as he snapped one off. Ball running away from the right-handed batter. That pitch has been very effective for Luke today. Sam Allen cheats in a step at third. The middle of the infield looking for the double play. 0-1 the count. And a balk is called. A balk is called on Luke Allen. And their coach, Joe Brassfield, wants to know what he did. I have to agree, I didn't see anything to warrant a balk call. He's explaining it to him. And that moves both runners over. Now runners at second and third. So a base hit here, and we could have a tie ball game. No balls and one strike. Luke Allen in a jam. The infield comes in now. They're going to come home for a play at the plate. Allen working from the stretch. Brings the 0-1 home to Kennedy. Here it is. And that ball is skied to center field. Matt Easterday camps underneath it. Has it. Here comes the throw. He throws into the cutoff man, the shortstop, and one run scores. The other run has to hold at second base. So credit Heath Kennedy with a sacrifice fly there as he skied out to Matt Easterday, and Dustin McNally able to score on the sacrifice fly. Brandon McIntyre had to hold at second base. So there's now 2 outs, but the score is now 5-4. That's going to send Phil Page, the designated hitter, to the plate with a runner at second and 2 outs. Rams have not scored since the second inning. They had some great chances in the first and the second inning, left a lot of runners on, and but they've had trouble getting anything going since Dustin McNally took over on the mound. Luke Allen has his sign and brings the first offering home. Here it is. It's a curveball and a beauty. Strike one called. That ball broke in, caught the inside corner right at the knees. Phil Page grounded to Sam Allen at third and also hit a line drive to the first baseman Lance Coffin. 0-1 pitch, just a little outside. That evens the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. 2 outs now, and Brandon McIntyre, the runner, down at second base. Allen's 1-1 offering. It's a breaking ball down in the dirt, and that'll send the runner over to third base. A wild pitch on that one as it bounced about 10 feet out in front of home plate. And that moves the tying run 90 feet closer. Phil Page up to the plate, now ahead in the count, 2 balls and 1 strike. Allen looks in, waiting for a sign from Brian Moon, and here comes the 2-1 offering. And that ball is hit down the right field line, foul and out of play. That evens the count now, 2 balls and 2 strikes with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th inning. And oh baby, could Luke use the strikeout here. The Rams with only a 1-run lead now here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Allen readies to bring the 2-2 home, and here it is. And see you later, a swing and a miss. He came with the heat, and Phil Page could not catch up with the old Express. That's going to be the 6th strikeout in the game for Luke Allen, and it came at a big time. However, the Winder Barrow Bulldogs pick up 1 run on 1 hit. There were no Ram errors, and there was 1 runner left on base, a critical runner left down at third base. We head now to the top of the 6th inning with the Rams clinging on to an ever so slim 1-run lead, 5-4. You're listening to Newton Ram Baseball right here on WGFS, AM 1430, made possible by East Metro Communications. That's Covington's authorized agent for Airtouch Cellular.
Your guide to lawn care, farming, and gardening is the Farm and Garden Depot on Emory Street in Covington. For animal health, they have vitamins, dewormers, Happy Jack and Adams flea products, rabbit cages and supplies, chicken feeders and supplies, and AG spot sprayers. That's the Farm and Garden Depot, 4125 Emory Street, behind Burger King in Covington. 787-3870, 787-3870. Did you know that termites cause more damage to homes annually than fires, floods, and natural disasters combined? To protect your home from termites and other pests, call Cleary Exterminating at 786-4937. They'll send them packing, termites and beetles, fleas, rats and mice, roaches, and ants. Commercial or residential, we can help get rid of what bugs you. Call Cleary Exterminating on Highway 278 in Covington, 786-4937. At Cleary Exterminating, we make mouse calls.
And welcome back to Winder, Georgia. The Newton Rams still clinging to a 1-run lead as we head to the top of the 6th inning. And speaking of the top of the order steps up for the Rams. Ryan Allen, a home run, a single, and a base on balls, leads it off. Dustin McNally's first offering to him is hit on the ground, up the middle, past the diving second baseman. And Ryan continues his torrid hitting. He has a perfect day going. And the Rams have something started. That'll bring Brian Moon to the plate, and Luke Allen moves to the on-deck circle. The Rams have seen their lead shrink from 5-1 all the way to 5-4 now, and the tying run was on third base when Luke Allen came up with a big strikeout there of Phil Page to end the 5th inning. Ryan Moon, 1 for 3 on the day, called out on strikes his last 2 at-bats. Quick throw over to first, and Ryan Allen back safely. Another throw, he dives in this time, and once again safely. Ryan Allen was caught stealing in the 3rd inning as he had reached on his base on balls, and the pitcher steps off the mound. Something going on down in the Ram bullpen. Here's a ball got loose down there. And we're still waiting for the first pitch to Brian Moon here in the top of the 6th inning. Ryan Allen gets his lead at first. Here's the first pitch to Mooney, and it's low and away. Ball 1 on the plate. Ryan Allen faked a bluff and had everybody moving and got back in time. Ryan Moon was able to pull the bat back, looking to bunt, but the pitch out of the strike zone, he did not offer at it. 1-0 the count now. McNally gets his sign as the lights have come on here. Here's the pitch, and it's a bunt, and bunted foul. That would have been ball 2 as it was way down in the dirt. Brian went way down trying to get it and hit it foul. That evens the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. Starting to cloud up just a little bit here in the top of the 6th inning. 1-1 the count. Nobody out. The Rams leadoff hitter Ryan Allen on base for the 4th straight time. Brian Moon up to the plate. Another throw to first, and Ryan Allen back safely. Ashley Morrow, the first baseman down there, applied the tag, but not in time. Dustin McNally readies, brings it home, and Moondoggy fouls it back into the catcher, and he's in the hole now. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Brian, with the bunt call off, went after a fastball and was only able to foul it back into Heath Kennedy, the catcher. Out now, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Nobody out here. Luke Allen on deck. Richie Cleary will follow, and if anybody keep it going, Sam Allen will come to the plate. Brian ready. Here comes the 1-2, and it's down low and inside. That evens the count at 2-2. Brian able to lay off that low inside pitch that he's had trouble with at times this year. 2-2 the count now. Nobody out. Ryan Allen, the senior shortstop, is the runner at first. Brian Moon, the catcher, readies. And Allen with his lead at first. Moon ready for the 2-2. Here it comes. And a shot into right field. That ball is fair. And Ryan Allen rounds second, heads to third to throw in. Does it get away? No. Allen back, and Brian Moon holds it first. Good job of hitting by Brian Moon as he ripped the shot down the right field line. The right fielder, Lamont Rhodes, did a good job getting over and cutting it off. Ryan Allen was able to get down to third on the play. Brian Moon held at first. The Rams with runners on the corners, though, and nobody out. That's the second hit in the ballgame for Brian Moon now, and that sends Luke Allen, the pitcher, to the plate. Luke reached in the first on a strikeout that got away for a wild pitch, had a single and an RBI in the second, and grounded out to the second baseman in the 4th. Bulldog infield playing it back around the middle. Snap throw to first. Brian Moon back easily. Rams can do all kinds of things in this situation. They have runners on the corners, first and third. Nobody out. McNally readies, brings the first one home. It's low and in the dirt. Good eye, Luke. And 1-0 the count now on Luke Allen. Luke, the junior pitcher, still holds a slim 1-run lead. Here's the 1-0. And there's a ground ball to the second baseman, and it eats him up. 1 run will score, and Luke is called out on a close play at first base. The umpire calls him out, and Coach Derek Coggins not happy with the call. It appeared that he had gotten down the line, but no call from the umpire. He called him out. Brian Moon managed to get down to second base on the play, and Ryan Allen scored. So credit Luke Allen with an RBI and moving the runner over. The Rams get one back. They're now up 6-4, and Richie Cleary bats now with a runner at second base and only 1 out against Dustin McNally. Here's the first one to Richie. It's low and in the dirt. Good stop by Heath Kennedy on the play to keep it from going back to the backstop. A very close play on Luke Allen down at first base, but no call was given as the umpire ruled the throw beat him. Want to know the count to Cleary. Here's the pitch. And that's a strike called outside corner, a fastball about waist high. That evens the count now at 1-1 with one out here in the top of the sixth inning. Luke Allen with his second RBI of the game, and second time this time with a ground out to the second baseman. Here's the 1-1. It's low and in the dirt, gets away from the catcher momentarily, but Brian Moon unable to advance. 2 balls and 1 strike, the count now to Richie Cleary. Richie drove in a run with a sacrifice fly, also had a double and a single, so his day is perfect also. Peers out there and looks for something to hit. Here it comes, and there's a shot right at the shortstop, and it eats him up. That ball bounces off into center field. Brian Moon heads for third, and he'll have to hold there. And give an error on the shortstop on that play, as he could not make the play on the hard hit shot by Richie Cleary. Brian Moon advances to third. So once again, the Rams with runners on the corners. Runners at first and third. Only one out for senior Sam Allen. Sam has a perfect day going. He has 2 singles and also reached on an intentional pass back in the second inning. And here comes the manager of the Bulldogs out to talk to Dustin McNally. This is the first inning that the Rams have hit McNally with any consistency. They've hit the ball hard, and his defense has kind of fallen apart behind him a little bit. Ball hit by Luke Allen, bobbled by the second baseman. Could have been a double play, but he was only able to throw to first, and it was a close play there. The umpire ruling that the throw did beat him. That ball hit by Richie Cleary right at the shortstop, but he misplayed it. It jumped up, rolled off him into center field, allowing Brian Moon to get down to third and Richie to reach safely. So Richie is on first base with one out, and Brian Moon down at third. Sam Allen steps to the plate, hoping to add to his perfect day. The Rams have scored 1 here in the 6th inning and look to add some more. They've squandered several chances early. They need to capitalize now. 6-4 is your score from Winder, Georgia. Newton Ram baseball still ranked number 1 in last week's rankings in the state in Quad A. Sam prepares for the first one. Here it is, and he skies it towards left field. That should be deep enough. Brian Moon tags. Here's the catch and the throw home, and it is cut off, and Brian Moon in safely. Credit Sam Allen with a sacrifice fly and an RBI. Brian Moon scoring. That pads the Rams' lead. That gives them a 7-4 lead now. So Sam Allen with the sacrifice fly and the RBI. Brian Moon scoring the 7th run for the Rams. That'll send Lance Coffin to the mound, and that looks like that's going to be all for Dustin McNally now. And we'll be back to tell you about it in just a moment. You're listening to exciting Newton Ram baseball right here on WGFS AM 1430, made possible by East Metro Communications, Covington's authorized agent for Airtouch Cellular.
The people at East Metro Communications know that it's not nice to brag, but they have got to do it. They want everyone to know that they have received the Airtouch Cellular Small Market Agent of the Year Award. This means East Metro Communications outperformed 35 other Airtouch Cellular agents. Their customer service record has put them ahead of the competition. This is the 14th time East Metro has been recognized for outstanding performance. That's East Metro Communications Incorporated, 7115 Highway 278, 786-6796. And now through May 13th, new customers and some existing ones may be eligible for $100 airtime free. Call or stop by for details. That's East Metro Communications, located on Highway 278 in Covington, 786-6796. East Metro Communications is an authorized agent for Airtouch Cellular, the new name for Pactel.
And the Rams with a rally in the top of the 6th have knocked Dustin McNally out. He'll go back and play shortstop, and Javade Watson, the tall, lanky right-hander, will come in to pitch for the Winder Barrow Bulldogs. Javade started the first game earlier this year out at Riverside Park and didn't hang around long as the Rams battered him and knocked him out in the second inning. Lance Coffin steps to the plate for the Rams, and the first one is low in the dirt, and Richie Cleary off to the races will stroll into second base on the wild pitch. So a runner down at second base now with 2 outs for Lance Coffin. Lance with a walk in the first, a base hit in the second, and an RBI, and a fielder's choice in the fourth as he forced Sam Allen at second. Watson prepares to bring the 1-0. Here it is, and low and outside. Another good stop by the catcher, Heath Kennedy, on the play. Watson throws hard, but he appears to be a little off the mark, a little wild right now. Rams have scored 3 and looking for more. Here comes the 2-0. That ball is fouled straight back over our heads and out of play. 2-1 the count now on Lance Cawthon, senior first baseman, as he bats here in the top of the 6th inning. He's ahead in the count, 2 balls and 1 strike. Richie Cleary leads away from second. Here's Watkins, 2-1 in the dirt and gets away, and Richie will scamper down to third. And Kennedy picked it up and was unable to make a throw. So Richie Cleary now down at third base with 2 outs on another wild pitch. Cawthon, meanwhile, gets ahead in the count 3-1 and can look for something good to hit here. A base hit would easily plate Richie Cleary from third. Here comes the 3-1, and that's a strike called on the outside corner, and the count runs full now, 3-2 with 2 outs here in the 6th inning. Brent Johnson swings on deck, hoping to get a chance to hit here in the 6th. Here's the 3-2, and Cawthon swings and misses at a pitch way out of the strike zone, and that's going to do it for the Rams here in the 6th inning. However, they get 2 very big runs, and they did so on 2 hits. There was 1 error by the Bulldogs, and the Rams left 1 runner down at third base. We head now to the bottom of the 6th inning. Your score now, Newton 7, Winder Barrow 4. You're listening to exciting Newton Ram baseball on WGFS AM 1430, and that's made possible by East Metro Communication, Covington's authorized agent for Airtouch Cellular.
When you need insurance, here's the first thing you should do. Call your auto owner's agent. They are people just like you.
Take the worry out of insurance claims with Auto Owners Insurance. Ranked as one of the top companies in the United States for claim service by a national consumer magazine, you'll enjoy a quick and fair settlement of your personal or business loss. In fact, we're known as the no-problem people because service is our claim to fame. See your Auto Owners Insurance agent today.
Call your auto owner's agent. They are people just like you.
See Steele Jones Insurance Agency, located on Floyd Street Southeast in Covington. Or call 786-9213.
Auto owners, the no-problem people.
And a little more breathing room for the Rams as they plated 2 runs in the 6th inning. They now lead 7-4 as we head to the bottom of the 6th. Luke Allen, first pitch, hits Chad Sauls. That's the second time he has hit Chad Sauls with a pitch. He did so leading off the 4th inning also. And fortunately, that inning, it did not come back to haunt him. Pitch riding in on and striking Sauls. This one got him in the ribs right underneath the shoulder. Chuck Russell will be the hitter now. He struck out in the 2nd and had a sacrifice in the 4th inning. Here's the first pitch from Allen, and it's called a ball, a little bit outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Luke Allen, 6 strikeouts in the ball game, 2 hits by pitches. Here's the pitch, and just a little bit outside. And Coach Joe Brassfield calls time. And that's going to be it for Luke Allen here. Looks like Richie Cleary is going to come in. We'll tell you all about it in just a moment. You're listening to Newton Ram Baseball right here on WGFS AM 1430, made possible by East Metro Communications, Covington's authorized agent for Airtouch Cellular.
If you bury your nose in a cloud of sawdust and breathe deep, you're going to get choked up. Unless you're the new Husqvarna 36 chainsaw with air injection filtering, now available at Coast to Coast Home and Auto. Husqvarna's exclusive air injection saws run up to 20 times cleaner than any other saw on the market. With the Husky 36, you can work harder and longer without stopping for a filter change. What's more, an ergonomic design means that you can last nearly as long as your Husky. An angled front grip puts you in a comfortable working position that's less prone to fatigue, and vibration is kept to a minimum by separating the handles and engine unit. At only $199.95, You can't buy a better saw for home or farm than the Husqvarna 36 with air injection. So to keep your nose clean, stop by Coast to Coast Home and Auto on the Square in Covington to see the 36 and our entire line of quality Husqvarna products.
And welcome back to Winder, Georgia, and Newton Ram baseball. The Rams have made a pitching change halfway through the at-bat of Chuck Russell. Richie Cleary comes in from right field to pitch. Luke Allen, who was pitching, heads out to center field. Center fielder Matt Easterday moves back over to left field, and left fielder Michael Doss switches to right field. Well, we've got all that straight, and hopefully Richie Cleary can slam the door here. Rams up 3, 1 runner on, and Richie Cleary inherits a 2-0 count on the hitter, Chuck Russell. The Rams got 2 runs in the top of the 6th inning to pad that slim 1-run lead. They're on top here 7-4. So Luke Allen went 5+ innings and is responsible for the runner on first base. He could be the winner. He cannot be the loser. Richie Cleary in a save situation here, trying to save it for starter Luke Allen. Luke struck out 6, walked 2, and hit 2 in his 5+ inning. Cleary talking over the signs with catcher Brian Moon, and Sam Allen down it comes in from third base. Lance Cawthon will hold the runner. Chad Saul's on at first. Chuck Russell is the hitter of record. He steps up with a 2-0 count. Cleary last worked against Brookwood last Wednesday. He pitched the entire ball game in a heartbreaking loss for the Rams. Snap throw to first, and Cleary throws it into the corner. And the runner rounds second. He's going to try for third. Cawthon up, throws to third, and the runner is safe. And immediately trouble as Richie Cleary throws a pickoff throw into the right field corner, and he scampers all the way around to third base on the play. So now he's down there with nobody out and 2 balls and no strikes to count on the hitter, Chuck Russell. Richie will now be able to pitch from the full windup. Saul's the runner, dances off third. Here's Cleary's pitch, and there's a called strike, and it's a beauty, a fastball outside corner. Richie needs to just settle down and work on the hitter here. Chuck Russell to the plate. He's 0 for 1 with a sacrifice. Here's the just a little bit outside, I guess. That makes the count 3 balls and 1 strike. That was a pitch Richie Cleary wanted. And here comes the 3-1 offering. And it's a beauty. Strike 2 called. Fastball outside corner at the knees. That runs the count full now. 3-2 on Chuck Russell. He struck out in the second and sacrificed in the fourth. Here's the payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. And see you later. Richie Cleary came after him with the Old Express. And for the second time today, Chuck Russell has gone down on strikes. That'll bring Ryan Foltz, the left fielder, to the plate. Ryan came in for Trey Yearwood back in the third inning. Here's Richie's Cleary in danger of walking his first batter. By the way, charged that. And here's the pitch, and it's a called strike. 3-2, the count runs full. Charged the run to Luke Allen, so that closes the book on him. Here's the payoff pitch, and fouled back over the head of the umpire and out of play. And Ashley Morrow barely stayed alive chasing that fastball and weakly following it back to the screen. The count is still full, 3-2 with 2 outs here in the 6th inning as the Bulldog first baseman stands to the plate. Richie Cleary ready. Here it comes. And a dribbler down the third base line. That's a foul ball. Sam Allen keeps it foul. Morrow will have to return to the plate, and we'll do it again. Full count here. 3-2, 2 outs. We're in the bottom of the 6th inning. It's never easy for Ram fans as the score is tightened once again. Rams only with a 2-run lead here in the 6th inning. Here comes the payoff pitch, and that ball's driven towards right center field. Michael Doss comes up, and Luke Allen cuts in front of him and makes a good running catch. And that's going to do it for the Bulldogs in the bottom of the 6th inning. They do get 1 run on no hits. There was one Ram error and no runners left on base. We head now to the top of the 7th inning with your Newton Rams still on top, 7-5. You're listening to Newton Ram Baseball on WGFS, AM 1430, made possible by East Metro Communications, Covington's authorized agent for Airtouch Cellular.
For the best in chiropractic care, visit Lithonia First Chiropractic. Dr. Michael Brust specializes in nerve and spine rehabilitation. Call for an appointment, 482-1114, 482-1114. Most insurance accepted, and we take care of your insurance paperwork at no charge to you. Call Lithonia First Chiropractic at 3081 Stone Mountain Street in Lithonia, 482-1114. 482-1114.
If you think your business is too small to afford a business radio system, think again. It may be too small not to have one. In a small business, efficiency is a must. The more time you save, the more money you make. East Metro Communications can show you how a business radio system can make your business more efficient. To find out more about the full line of standard business radios, see East Metro Communications on Highway 278 or call 786-6796. Your local authorized dealer for Standard Communications, the business radio people.
And can the Rams be too legit to quit? They head to the top of the 7th inning with a 7-5 lead. And leading off for the Rams in the 7th inning will be Brent Johnson, followed by Ryan Moon and Matt Easterday, the bottom 3 hitters in the order. They'll face Javade Watson. He came in the last inning to pitch and struck out Lance Coffin. Here's the first pitch, and it's down low for a ball. Threw a couple of wild pitches that allowed Richie Cleary to move into scoring position, but the Rams stranded him down at third. And here's the 1-0 to Johnson. And it's a called strike. Inside corner, up about the waist. 1-1 the count now. Nobody out in the top of the 7th inning. Watson brings the next one. It's down in the dirt. 2-1 the count. Watson, a big, lanky thrower who throws very hard. He looks in and gets his sign from Heath Kennedy and prepares to bring the 2-1 to Brent Johnson. And it stays inside. Johnson now with a hitter's count. He's up 3-1 in the count and can really look for his pitch, make it be his pitch. He doesn't have to chase something not to his liking. Here's the 3-1, and there's a drive way back, and their ballpark will not hold this one. Adios, see you later. Brent Johnson takes him deep, and the Newton Rams have gotten the run back. They now lead 8-5, and yes, indeed, Brent Johnson got every bit of that pitch. There was no doubt about it. It was see you later. And the Rams, once again, with that 3-run lead, all the Rams out there congratulating Brent Johnson as he got every bit of it. And the second time this game, the Rams have gone deep. And the Rams a happy bunch now as they patted that lead a little bit. A big, long shot by Brent Johnson. That brings Ryan Moon to the plate. Here's the first one. Shortens up the bunt and then takes the ball low and away. That's a big hit by Brent Johnson as he really got all of it and cleared the trees out in deep left center field. Matt Easterday stands on deck waiting to hit. Ryan Moon bats and takes the next one low and away. He's ahead in the count, 2 balls and no strikes. Watson's struggling with his control here. The Ram hitters just have to be patient and wait for the right pitch to hit. Brent Johnson did, and the results were, got it good. He took it very deep to left center and cleared everything. That ball would have been gone in just about any ballpark around here. There was nothing cheap about that one. Watson brings the 2-0 to Moon. And it's a called strike. Inside corner, waist high. And the Ram fans hooting and hollering about that. They thought the pitch was a little high. Here's the 2-1. And that ball bounces in the dirt and gets past Kennedy back to the backstop. That makes the count 3-1. And just like Brent Johnson, Ryan Moon has the hitter's count now. He's up 3-1. He can look for something to hit. The Rams trying to pad their lead. They're on top 8-5 now. Moon readies. Here's the 3-1 to him and swing, and he pops it up and out of play down the right field line off the roof of the recreation building. The count runs full now, 3 balls and 2 strikes. We're in the top of the 7th inning. The Rams on top, 8-5. Latest run courtesy of a long blast off the bat of Brent Johnson. Matt Easterday stands on deck. He'll be followed by shortstop Ryan Allen. If they can get anything going, Brian Moon will come to the plate. Nobody out here yet in the 7th inning. Watson brings the payoff pitch, and Moon fouls it back, right back here, just out of reach, and the count stays full. 3 balls and 2 strikes on Ryan Moon. Ryan reached his last at bat on an error by the shortstop. As the ball kind of ate up the shortstop, he was unable to make the play. He was then out stealing on a attempted bunt play. 0 for 3, looking for his first hit of the ball game. 3-2 the count. Here's the pitch from Watson. Swinging a shot at the second baseman. Comes up and throws and got him. Ryan Moon hit that ball dead square on the nose, but right at the second baseman. Chad Sauls, who stayed down on the ball, made a good play and retired the Rams second baseman 4-3. That's going to bring Matt Easterday to the plate. Matt also wearing the collar today. 0 for 3. He's grounded out to the shortstop, to the third baseman, and fouled out to the right fielder down the right field line. Here's Watson's first pitch to him, and that's a ball low and away. Watson has kind of a strange delivery. In fact, that time he stopped almost in the middle of his delivery with his leg held in the air. Here's the 1-0 pitch, and Easterday swinging and missing at the fastball, low and away, unable to come up with it. 1-1 the count now, with 1 out here in the 7th inning. Rams up 8-5. Here's the 1-1 from Watson. And there's a drive to deep left center field, and forget about that one. Adios, Matt Easterday with his first dinger of the season, and the Ram Bats have awakened. That's going to make the score 9-5. Touch them all, Matt, as he rounds the bases. The score now 9-5. The third home run of the ball game for the Newton Rams. The second one in this inning, as the Ram Bats have come to life, and they now stretch the lead to 9-5. Matt Easterday has flirted several times with some long balls, got one to his liking, and took it downtown. And for the second time this inning, the third time in the game, the Rams have lost a baseball. Mr. Rawlings took a trip and did not come back. And the Rams now with a 9-5 lead, and still only 1 out here in the 7th inning. Javade Watson is heading for the showers. We'll be back in just a moment and tell you who the new pitcher is. You're listening to Newton Ram Baseball on WGFS, AM 1430, made possible by East Metro Communication, Covington's authorized agent for Airtouch Cellular.
Charles Evans Nissan refuses to be undersold. We will meet or beat any advertised price on any in-stock unit. If you are tired of high pressure and the runaround, come to Charles Evans Nissan in Conyers. We put the fun back into buying a car. Charles Evans Nissan is located at 1420 Iris Drive in Conyers, 922-7600. Remember, Charles Evans Nissan. We won't be undersold. That's 922-7600.
It's April's Best Buys of the Month going on now at Mayfield Ace Hardware. A Wedco 2.5-gallon poly can, only $2.77. Ace long-handled shovels, $9.99 each. Wesley's Car Wash or Tire Cleaner, $1.99 each. And an Ace 34-gallon trash can, only $8.77. It's April's Best Buys of the Month going on now at Mayfield Ace Hardware on the Square and in Newton Plaza.
And welcome back to Fireworks City. The Ram Bats have lit them up and sent 2 balls out of the park in this inning. Their lead now extends to 9-5. And a new pitcher for the Winder Barrow Bulldogs. First baseman Ashley Morrow comes in to pitch, and Hammonds goes in to play first base. He comes off the bench going to play first base. And the Rams, still with only 1 out in this inning, send Ryan Allen, senior shortstop, to the plate. Ryan with a perfect day going so far, as he has reached base all 4 times with 3 hits, including a home run and a base on balls. And here's the first one to him, and it's inside for a ball. The Rams have exploded for 2 home runs this inning and have expanded their lead to 9-5. And the next one too, Ryan down a little bit low. He stays ahead in the count now, 2-0. Ryan Moon up on deck, ready to get his licks in there. These Ram hitters are wanting to hit now as they're finding the mark. Here's the pitch to Ryan Allen, low and inside, ball 3. 3-0 the count now on the Ram shortstop. And here comes the next one to him. And the cripple pitch is a strike called on the inside corner, right about waist high. And here comes the 3-1 to Ryan, down low in the dirt. And his perfect day continues. He has now reached base 5 consecutive times, 2 walks and 3 hits. He has scored 3 runs and played very well in the field. That is Jason Hammond, by the way, playing first base now for the Bulldogs. Jason Hammond. And Brian Moon steps to the plate. Brian had a big base hit his last at bat. He's 2 for 4 and struck out the other 2 times. Called out looking on questionable calls. Here's the first pitch to him. Breaking ball way inside. Ryan Allen scatters back to first base as catcher Heath Kennedy looked down that way. Ryan checks his sign with third base coach Joe Brasfield. Ryan Allen standing on the bag. Gets his lead. And Ashley Morrow, the pitcher, throws back over to first. Oh, a good dig on the play by Jason Hammond as the ball almost was thrown away. The Bulldogs have made numerous changes here. Here's the next one to Brian. It's a breaking ball, and it's a called strike, just catching the inside corner. That evens the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. 1 out here in the top of the 7th inning. Newton Rams baseball. Always exciting, never a dull moment. And the pitcher steps off the mound. That's Ashley Morrow who is pitching now. He started out at first base and has come in to pitch now. Throw back over there. Ryan Allen back in time. Morrow becomes the 6th pitcher for the Winder Barrow Bulldogs. And you wonder if they've got any more left. They have to have pretty much used up most of their pitchers. Here's the pitch. The runner is going. Moon with a little fluke towards short. Oh, the shortstop makes the catch. And that's, oh, wait a minute. He throws it away. Ryan Allen heading for third. They'll still get the double play as he failed to go back to first base. And a strange double play as the ball was caught by a lunging shortstop who threw over to first, threw it away, but they threw the ball back to the second baseman and got the double play on Ryan Allen, who was running on the play. But the Rams pick up 2 runs on 2 big hits, both of them big hits as they went out of the yard, and there were no errors in the inning for the Bulldogs, and the Rams left no one on base. We head now to the bottom of the 7th inning, and the Rams have expanded their lead. They now lead 9-5. You're listening to Newton Ram Baseball on WGFS AM 1430, made possible by East Metro Communications, Covington's authorized agent for Airtouch Cellular.
Did you know that termites cause more damage to homes annually than fires, floods, and natural disasters combined? To protect your home from termites and other pests, call Cleary Exterminating at 786-4937. They'll send them packing, termites and beetles, fleas, rats and mice, roaches, and ants. Commercial or residential, we can help get rid of what bugs you. Call Cleary Exterminating on Highway 278 in Covington. 786-4937. At Cleary Exterminating, we make mouse calls. Your guide to lawn care, farming, and gardening is the Farm and Garden Depot on Emory Street in Covington. For animal health, they have vitamins, dewormers, Happy Jack and Adams flea products, rabbit cages and supplies, chicken feeders and supplies, and AG spot sprayers. That's the Farm and Garden Depot, 4125 Emory Street, behind Burger King in Covington. 787-3870, 787-3870.
And we head to the bottom of the 7th inning. The Rams lead by 4. It's this simple. They need 3 outs, and they'll put away their 7th sub-region victory and number 17 on the season. Richie Cleary in to do the job. He will face, for the Winder Barrow Bulldogs, the top of the order, Lamont Rogers, Dustin McNally, and Jason Hammond. The Rams go out, gather around Richie Cleary as they talk it up. The Rams have rebounded after 2 tough losses last week. They came back and beat Shiloh Friday 7-3 and have never trailed in this game. They jumped out in front and maintained the lead the entire game. They have now let it grow to 9-5 again. That's the most runs they've led by in this game is 4 runs. Those last 2 runs courtesy of the long ball. The Rams, for the first time this year, have hit 3 home runs in the same game. Ryan Allen, Brent Johnson, and Matt Easterday, all with long balls here. Each of them at an important time. Richie Cleary faces Lamont Rogers to lead off the bottom of the 7th inning. Here's the first pitch, And it's a strike called. The old fastball on the outside corner, and Richie ahead in the count. No balls and one strike. Here's the next one. A breaking ball just a little bit high. And that evens the count at 1-1. Brian Moon flashes the sign. Cleary working quickly, brings the 1-1. A little bit low, and that makes the count 2-1. Richie came in and got 3 outs in the last inning, allowing only the run to score on the sac fly. Here's the pitch, and there's a shot right past Brian Moon out into right field. And Michael Doss up with it quickly and back in, and the Bulldogs have the leadoff hitter on. That's the second hit in the game for Lamont Rogers. He had a triple in the first and a single here to lead off the 7th, 2 for 4. And Dustin McNally will bat. He's 2 for 3 with a double, a single, and a strikeout. Richie Cleary will work from the stretch. Rams up 4. Throw over to first, and a good stop by Coffin as Richie almost threw that one away. Richie hurt himself a little bit last inning with a wild pickoff throw as he inherited the runner at first, left by Lou Gallen. Rogers gets a short lead from first. Cleary looks in and gets the sign, and here comes the first pitch, and it's a strike called. Fastball inside corner, right about thigh level. Richie ahead in the count, no balls and 1 strike. Here comes the next one, and it's a beauty outside corner at the knees, and McNally quickly in the hole. No balls and 2 strikes. Cleary working quickly, prepares to bring the 0-2, and here it is, and a little bloop out towards right field. Ryan Moon can't get it, throw to second, and he is out on the force play. Good hustle and heads-up play by Ryan Moon. He was not able to catch the ball. It bounced off his glove, but he picked it up and gunned it to Ryan Allen to get the force out. So mark that in your book as a 4-6 fielder's choice. Dustin McNally reaches first base. Good heads-up play by Ryan Moon. He got a glove on it, knocked it down, and then picked it up and threw to Ryan Allen, and they got the force at second base. 1 out now, and that's going to bring Jason Hammond to the plate. And a quick throw over to first base. Very close as McNally barely got back in time. And Richie brings the first one, and it's a ball. Just a little bit outside. 1 ball and no strikes here. We're in the bottom of the 7th. 1 out. 1-0 the count. Cleary brings the next one, and there's a strike called. Inside corner at the knees. Richie evens the count. 1-1. Another throw to first, and just back in time is Jason Hammond. Lance Coffin applying the tag. Dustin McNally gets his lead at first, and Cleary brings the 1-1 home, and it's sky towards right field. Michael Doss coming hard, and makes a diving catch. What a great catch by Michael Doss for the second out of the inning. He came as hard as he could, dove at the last minute towards the right field line, and came up with a super play for Michael Doss. And that's the second out of the inning now, and that's going to bring the catcher, Heath Kennedy, the last hope for the Winder Barrow Bulldogs. And a smile creeps across the face of Richie Cleary. Rams within 1 out of a victory here. Cleary ready. Here's the first one. And a breaking ball. And a beauty. Right at the outside corner of the knees. Cleary ahead in the count. No balls, 1 strike. Checks the runner. Here it is. And another one. Same place, same result. And Heath Kennedy suddenly down in the count. No balls and 2 strikes. Cleary's ready. He's got his sign. Here it is. Just inside. That makes the count 1 ball, 2 strikes. Cleary with a great pitch, a fastball just off the inside part of the plate. Here's the 1-2, and that's the winner! The breaking ball, and Heath Kennedy yelps at the umpire, but it caught the corner, and a save for Richie Cleary. He comes in and strikes out Heath Kennedy. And the Rams with a big, big win as they march towards a possible championship in the sub-region. Your final from Winder Barrow is Newton Rams 9 and the Winder Bulldogs 5. We'll be back with the totals and highlights in a moment. This is Newton Ram Baseball on WGFS AM 1430, made possible by East Metro Communications, Covington's authorized agent for Airtouch Cellular.
If you're a serious sports fan crying out for serious sports talk, then you need to tune in to WGFS AM 1430 every Saturday between 10 and 12 as we bring you Sports Source Weekly, sports talk for the serious sports fan. Todd Q. Chapman and Kevin Holden will be fielding your phone calls. We'll be discussing a variety of sports on the professional level, collegiate level, as well as local high school sports. That is Sports Source Weekly, heard every Saturday between 10 and 12 with Todd Q. Chapman and Kevin Holden, right here on WGFS AM 1430.
When you need insurance, here's the first thing you should do. Call your auto owner's agent. They are people just like you.
I'm just starting out on my own. I know the importance of life insurance to protect obligations, like my new car loan. But is there an insurance program that I can fit into my budget?
No problem with Auto Owners 10-year level term insurance.
How will I know this is the right kind of life insurance for me?
Auto Owners 10-year level term provides low-cost level protection and can be converted to permanent insurance later.
Who can I talk to find out more about Auto Owners 10-year level term insurance?
Call your auto owner's agent. They are people just like you.
See Steele Jones Insurance Agency, located on Floyd Street Southeast in Covington. Or call 786-9213, your auto owner's agent.
Auto owners, the no-problem people.
Have you noticed lately how many people are wearing pagers? It's incredible how popular pagers have become. No doubt, the tremendous popularity of pagers is because a pager is one of the most reliable and economical ways to stay in touch. East Metro Paging offers reliable Motorola pagers, and basic coverage gives you all the Metro Atlanta area, including Athens. Our extended coverage pager works in other major Georgia cities. That's East Metro Paging, your hometown paging company. Go by and see them today on Highway 278, a quarter-mile east of the hospital in Covington, or give them a call at 786-6796. That's East Metro Paging, a division of East Metro Communications Incorporated, located on Highway 278, just east of the hospital. Call them at 786-6796. That's 786-6796.
And oh, baby, it doesn't get a whole lot better than Newton Ram baseball when they do what they're supposed to do. The Rams came out early, scored, and scored often, held off some good defensive plays and some good pitching, and they come away with the 9-5 victory over the Winder Barrow Bulldogs in a tough-fought battle. Several hitting stars for the Rams and good pitching and good defense. A great catch in the ninth inning by Michael Doss as he dove headlong and made the play to keep Winder from scoring in the seventh inning. And Luke Allen with a good job of pitching and a couple of good plays out in the outfield. Here's your totals. For the Winder Barrow Bulldogs, they scored 5 runs on only 5 hits, committed 2 errors, and had left 5 runners on base. And the starting pitcher way back when, who was Tony Allred, who only lasted the first inning, will be charged with the loss. For the Newton Rams, they scored 9 runs on 13 hits, committed only 1 error, and left 8 runners on base. Luke Allen, who started and went 5 innings, gets the win. He pitched 5 innings and allowed 5 runs, only 4 earned, only giving up 4 hits, struck out 6, walked 2, and hit 2. Richie Cleary came in and pitched the 6th and the 7th. He struck out 2, 1 to end the ball game, and only gave up 1 hit and allowed no runs, so he earns the save. As I said, the hitting stars were many. Ryan Allen had a perfect day with a home run, 2 singles, and 2 walks. And Brent Johnson hit his first home run of the season, as did Matt Easterday in the 7th inning to expand the lead. But for today, senior third baseman Sam Allen with 2 big hits and an intentional walk and a sacrifice fly and some good defensive plays down at third base receives our Player of the Game award. Congratulations to Sam Allen and all the Newton Rams on truly team victory as they came out, took the lead, held on, and came away with a big victory. The coaching staff has to be happy with the way the Rams played as they held on, did what they had to do, made the plays, stayed in the game, and got some good, strong pitching from Luke Allen when they needed it, and got the long ball off the bat of 3 of their players. So congratulations to the Rams on another victory. They now move to 17-4 on the season, 7-2 in the sub-region, and cement their hold on second place as they head towards another showdown, hopefully with Parkview next Monday. Our next game, though, will be Wednesday from Riverside Park in Covington on the campus of Newton High School. As you can come out and watch the Rams play as they take on the Rockdale Bulldogs. That's Bulldog with one G there. That game will start at 5 o'clock on Wednesday afternoon. If you can't be there, tune us in right here on WGFS AM 1430. Or if you come out, bring your radio and tune us in anyhow. And another victory for the Rams, an exciting one at that, as they never make it boring. For executive producer Todd Q. Chapman, who makes everything possible, and a host of others, we want to say thank you. And until Wednesday night, this is Bill Dolan saying...